tunes. Turn it up, shake the room. Blasting from the speakers. Oh yeah. Feel that groove. Rocky's under idle watchful eye. In Dana's realm. Grill marks tuned to perfection. Hear them sing. Start trying season. Taste buds ignite. Shade along. Grab your plate. Take your seat. Join the feast. It's a culinary show. In Dana's retreat. Best in town. Mouths watering. Eyes so wide. Can't wait. Every flavor's a journey. A delicious ride. Rocky's by the door. Loyal pop. Hoping for a taste. A little luck. Dana's on fire. Turn it up. The queen of the kitchen's wild. Pots and pans in harmony. Like a symphony compiled. Serving up a storm. Joy in every bite. Come and taste. With Rocky wagging more beneath the neon lights. Rocking out with spatulas, we're flipping fun tonight. With drink more pouring magic, every glass is just right. Shaking up, stirring pots, Dana's on a roll. She's got it going on. Feast your eyes, delight your soul. Time. It's party time. Flavors mingle, senses elevate. It's showtime.
I'm just following him.
Turn on Twitch, let's have some fun. Dana's kitchen has begun. She's whipping up the very best with bartender, drink more, cook less. He's the tech guy, Robbie, Randy, Roy. Rocky is the bestest boy. The food is great, come grab a plate. The show's starting, so don't be late. Dana's kitchen.
Ooh, you could make pita dough.
I look ridiculous.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, or if you're on the other side of the world, it might be Monday for you already. Fajita Phantom, thank you so much for resubscribing. I can't, when I see these numbers now, it's hard for me to believe like 33 months. That's a long time, man. That means you have been here like almost since the very beginning. Like, that's crazy. Actually, that is almost the beginning. How many months are you at?
Numbers are hard, Dana.
Numbers are hard. Are you at 35?
6.
36? Oh, it is May, isn't it? So
it is.
36. I mean, so that is almost at the beginning there. But anyway, welcome in today. We are going to do a bunch of different sliders today. I have to look over here at my cheat sheet because I don't remember all of them. But we're going to be doing some Nashville hot chicken. That was Robbie's request. We're going to do some sliders with some quail eggs and a tonkatsu sauce with it. We're going to be doing some bagel breakfast sliders, some sliders using tots as the bun, and Philly cheesesteak sliders, and last, crispy bang bang mushrooms, Robbie. Mushroom burgers. Is that exciting? Is that exciting? We had burgers yesterday, but I had a lettuce on mine, and
You're
it was
still
really
apart.
It was really quite messy, but it was delicious, and it was in this little town called Valley View that then got hit by a tornado afterwards. I don't know what that says about us.
What'd you do, Dana?
What did I do? What did you do? But welcome in. I'm here with Robbie. How are you doing, Robbie?
Doing great, because there's sliders.
There's sliders coming.
Well, there will be.
There will be. In a little while. In a little while. So how are you guys doing? If you're here in the United States, I hope you got a long weekend, and I also hope you just remember The whole reason for this weekend is to thank our service members who have gone out and fought for us. So happy Memorial Day weekend, but remember what it's for. So, but we've got the day off tomorrow, right? Gonna have some brisket tomorrow. So what are you guys up to? Anything? We've also got, not this coming week, but the following week, we're going to be starting our food fight, and that'll be on Tuesday nights, and our first food fight will be Dinner with Mom against Eat It Dads. I know some of you guys know those guys. I think it'll be really fun. I love both of them. We've met both of them.
We have.
We've met them all. So you're working tonight and tomorrow? Hi, C Films. I'm doing good. How are you doing? So we're going to be doing some sliders. We're going to do a lot of prep work because I want the sliders to at least be warm when we eat them. So we'll do a lot of prep work and get a lot of things done. So it's going to kind of be out of order until we start putting things together. And we're going to be, I had to figure out one recipe with quail eggs because I have all those quail eggs that I need to use. And I mean, we'll probably use like 3, maybe 4 tonight. So then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of them because I've got a lot of them.
How many quail eggs to one regular egg?
That is a really good question. I don't know. I would say maybe 4.
I was
5.
going to say 20.
I don't think it's 20. I think it's probably 4, 5 maybe. Who knows? Does anybody know how many quail eggs to a regular chicken egg? That is good to hear, C Films. I'm glad that you're doing great.
We even saw chickens yesterday.
We did. So yesterday, Robbie found a little lavender farm out in North Texas, and we went out there, and they had a real nice garden, but they also had a lot of animals. And the first ones we saw were like donkeys and goats, and we thought, oh, okay, that's cool. We saw some chickens coming in, and then we started wandering down these paths, and we found lemurs. We found like sun conures, and then some other kind of parrot. And then there was a turkey who was making a thumping noise that was really weird. He was
very aggressive.
And there was a goose, and when you would come by, he'd go, he'd stick his tongue out of his beak, and he'd hiss at us. And so we think that the other goose was maybe sitting on a nest, and he was protecting. We saw bunnies.
Saw some rabbits.
Big.
Yeah. Giants.
Big, giant ones, but they were in tiny cages. That made me sad. But anyways, it was fun. Sounds like a Google. 3 to 4 quail eggs is the equivalent of seagull See, look.
Pretty sure it's 3 to 20.
3 to 20. I mean, you're in the right range. A little high on one end over there. So, sounds like Andy is here using his Laurel and Hardy on there. Hi, Andy, you're here. You're here. I got to hear that just a few minutes ago as Robbie was going through all of the walk-on sounds and was like, here's Andy's. So, okay, so we're going to get started on doing some of the things that we got to do for all of the things. Did you know that, Robbie? We have things to do for the things. I did start a little bit before you guys got here, a little earlier today, because for the chicken, I wanted to get it in buttermilk. So it's only going to probably be in there maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours in the buttermilk before we fry it. But I would normally do that overnight, and I completely forgot.
And you know why? Because you also didn't preheat the oven overnight.
I didn't preheat the oven overnight. That is true, too. Because some recipes tell you to preheat the oven and then tell you to marinate the meat overnight. We were just talking about that. Lynn J is back on. Saw her today. That was lovely. Haven't seen her for a while. So we were talking about badly written recipes. 1 ostrich egg is equal to 12.5 chicken eggs. Yes. Ostrich eggs, words are already hard, Robbie.
You're doing great, Dana.
I'm doing okay, and it is okay. Hello, Pookspeak. How are you? What's going on? Oh, Rocky, just in time. He's over there. He's going to start saying hello. Hopefully, we can keep him quiet. All right, so I'm going to try and not make full recipes of all of these sliders, since each of these recipes is supposed to make anywhere from 12 to 18 sliders. So we're going to try and make them a little smaller. And if you just got in here, we got 6 different sliders we're making. We're making crispy bang bang mushrooms, so we're going to fry up and spice up some oyster mushrooms. And then we're going to do some Nashville hot chickens, and our bun is going to be waffles because I can make them gluten-free, and that way I can eat them. Sliders with a tonkatsu sauce and with some quail eggs. We're going to do some bagel breakfast sliders, some tot sliders, and a Philly cheesecake sliders. I have to look because I can't remember everything that I picked. Philly cheesesteak. What did I say? I think I said cheesesteak. If I said cake, I was wrong. Hello, Madibs. Your 88-year-old jaw surgery is on a soup diet. I would be frustrated by, but he made you guys meatloaf. Look at that. I can't even talk today. Meatloaf. Meatloaf. Maybe I can sing better than I can talk, but not in any particular melody.
I definitely can't sing better than I can talk.
Yeah, duck eggs sometimes are a little bigger. It just kind of depends, because when I get them at the store I'm at, they're really not a whole lot bigger. They're like extra large eggs. So what is everybody up to this weekend? For those of you not here in the United States, it's Memorial Day weekend, which means we get a long weekend, and hopefully everybody also takes a moment to remember why we have this weekend. And
I don't doubt you, Andy.
from your renditions, from your singing. All right, I'm gonna caramelize some onions, because that's got to go with that's gonna go with our quail egg slider. So we're just gonna go ahead and start doing that while I'm chopping things. We did this the other day too, Robbie. We caramelized some onions. Do you remember that?
For the pizza.
For the pizza, exactly. So we're gonna take a chunk of butter here.
I had some of that leftover pizza today.
We have so much leftover pizza, and I can't eat any of it because none of it is gluten-free. I tasted everything the other night, but I didn't eat it for dinner. We'll get our onions in there. We'll let that start. We're also going to have onions for something else. 2 different kinds of onions. And I probably don't need all of it, but we're going to slice it up anyway. And then we'll see what mistakes I make along the way. Because I do. Yes, quail eggs, because I had them to put in the sombreros, so now we need to actually use them rather than waste them.
And we were just too good, so we didn't break any.
I know. We've got the whole thing of them. And so we're going to be having quail eggs for breakfast every morning for the next week. I think that's what's going to happen. All right. I need a jalapeno sliced. And where did my jalapeno go? There it is. And we're going to leave those seeds in there, Robbie. I probably should use the one that's still on the plant. My first jalapeno is still on the plant in the garden. It's a little smaller. Also, all my little bowls are gone. I'm going to have to go grab some of those. Actually, I've got the other ones.
Did Hippie take them?
Hippie may have taken them. He may have, in the middle of the night, said, I do not have enough bowls, and snuck in and took mine. So if you leave the seeds and the membranes on, your peppers are going to be spicier. There we go. So spicier jalapenos. That's actually going to, I believe that's going into a broccoli slaw we're making. All right.
So is that for one of the sliders?
One of the sliders.
Ooh, onions.
Yes, so that's going to be the crispy bang bang mushrooms. Have a broccoli slaw on them. I can't remember where everything goes. Like I said, I wrote down everything I've got to do, but not where it's all going. What you need, junk food, not a great idea, yet it's what you eat when you're down. I know it's so hard, like sweet, salty, that always sounds so good. Yes, about the quail eggs. All right, let's see here. I've got another onion. We've already done that. I need to slice a red onion, but I'm only going to do half because I believe that's also going in the broccoli slaw, and we're going to make less of it. Because again, all my recipes were for 12
You're my fuzzy little troublemaker.
to 18.
Yes, you
Uh-oh,
are. Now,
Miss
who's
Sarah
your daddy?
Lynn's in the house. Miss Sarah Lynn's here. Hello, Miss Sarah Lynn. How are you doing today? Did you go see your grandbaby yesterday? Because that's quite a hike for you guys. All right. I think this says slice. All right. I'm going to slice this pretty thin because I don't remember what it goes in. And I'd rather have too thin than too thick.
Hey, Elser.
Elser, hello. Guess what? Robbie got puppy cam working. Until you came in, and then it's probably won't work again. Oh, he's actually, you got it ready.
Elser's here.
It is, it's already ready for you, Elser. It is a big one. Popcorn is your go-to. There we go, puppy key. And watch this magic. Watch the magic, Elser. Watch the magic. There we go. Does he still have food on the floor over there? Yeah. I give him things to where he has to work to get his food out of it. And he, a lot of times, just leaves it lying all over the floor, which he has indeed done yet again. He's calm now. He's gone on a walk. Did you take him on a second one, or did he just go on the one? Just the one. Okay. But at least he's behaving. He wasn't. He was up early this morning. He was up at 6:30 this morning, which meant I got up with him. And then he was a pain in the butt. He was just barking at everything. Wouldn't sit still. Wouldn't eat. He'd bark inside. He'd bark outside. He'd bark in his little pen. He'd bark when you gave him food. He barked. Wouldn't come and sit next to me. Oh my gosh, unless I was paying 100% attention to him and I'm like, I just need a cup of coffee. Do you ever have a day that starts like that and you're like, it takes like this giant effort to like have a good day after that? It was for me. Hello, Atlantic 7. And then you drove to the West Side Market in Cleveland today. Ooh, yes. I love gyros, man. I haven't had a good gyro in a while. We used to get them pretty often, Robbie and I, but then the place that we went they were always slow. And by slow, I mean, it's counter service, and it has, but the food was really good. But just to wait for our food, which was usually some sort of skewers for Robbie, and then I got like gyro, and it would take like, what would you say, 40 minutes to get our food sometimes? He's not listening to me. This is how we know he's not listening to me. Oh, yeah. And then when during the pandemic, we started getting it in and here at the house. And at first it was great. And then as time went in, the portions got smaller and it got more expensive. And we were like, I don't think so. He is cute, doesn't he? He is a snaggletooth. But don't let him fool you. He's also a velociraptor. All right, I have some chives I need to chop up. And I need a really small bowl to put these in. Whoop. It didn't break. It didn't break, Robbie. Woo! Woo!
I call that a win.
I do. So it doesn't become an oops on the oops counter. These are not the best job. This weekend, because we were busy yesterday and I've been really tired, I just ordered my groceries and picked them up. Actually, Robbie picked them up. And they have not done the best job of picking out quality-wise. Normally, I love that. I actually usually like grocery shopping. Believe it or not, I actually enjoy it. But not always. Quick red onion chutney. I need to get a pound or two of root ginger. What are you going to do with 2 pounds of ginger? That's a lot of ginger. And I love ginger. All right. That works, sort of. There we go. Don't use the blade of your knife like I'm doing. I forget. All right, how are onions doing? Looking good. Smelling good, Robbie. Oh, crystallized. Oh, I love criticized. I think you mean crystallized, not criticized. I want to make some criticized ginger. Ginger! How dare you? Why aren't you spicy enough? Why don't you have enough flavor?
Why are you so hard to peel?
Why are you so hard to peel? Exactly.
You need to be more appealing.
Probably thinks he's so funny. Don't you love spell check? I'll tell you what, I'm often trying to put people's names in for work, and spell check will get in there and change it, and then it goes, yeah, you don't have any clients by that name, and I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Stop it.
Is that all ginger?
This? Yeah. I actually use a lot of ginger because I love it. And we have some leftover Asian stuff that I need to make some stir fries and stuff this week.
10 inches by 8 inches. That is huge.
$10 by 8 inches wide. That's a lot of ginger.
That's practically a tree.
But I mean, you know, if you're a restaurant and you're cooking lots and lots of food, I guess it would be good. All right, I'm just going to grate some ginger because that's going to go into one of our sauces.
GMO ginger.
And I don't remember how much it needs, but probably around half a tablespoon to a tablespoon. And I could chop this. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to do it this way. Especially for sauces, because then you don't get giant chunks of ginger. Unless you like giant chunks of ginger. See, I still can't talk, Robbie. All right, there's that. Now I need some garlic. My other garlic is gonna be better for this. This garlic is huge. Where did I put, oh, I put it back here. I don't wanna do that, because then I won't find it. Whew. Whew. Did you mean? And that? No, I did not mean that. Exactly. I'm dropping
He did
things
let you
too.
take a picture, Sarah?
Oh, he let you take a picture. So you got a picture of it too, huh? All right. Let's get the... what is happening to me, Robbie?
See, I'm confused. You're acting like this is new.
I'm not usually... So I think I'm just tired. I've been up since 6:30. I didn't get to take a nap. I went to the grocery store. I was annoyed at drivers. That's not usually me. Like, it's in the parking lot trying to get through. It's crowded, and this person is going the wrong way down the aisle. And normally I could just let that go, but not today. He said he got it on Amazon. So, wait a minute. They got this giant piece of ginger on Amazon
I
at
think
the...
she's talking about the shirt now.
Oh. I missed the shirt. A purple shirt says, I don't eat anything that poops. Good for him. Good for him.
But they're
I
so
could say,
delicious, Dana.
I could say something, but, huh?
I said they're so delicious, though. Sarah's like, keep up, Dana.
I know. I'm tired. I'm telling you, this ginger, I'm not sure how this is going to look. Let's see if I can grate this. It's not looking good from the outside.
Yeah, that looks like garlic, not ginger.
Did I say garlic? Did I say ginger?
Yeah.
I meant garlic.
I didn't even catch it, but my dibs did.
You probably just weren't even listening to me, so.
Hey, more Dr. Pepper.
It's all good. All right, I guess it's okay. Hello, more Dr. Pepper. How's your weekend going? Now that you're out, school's out. So that I know is awesome. Get some time off. I wish there was that like in therapy. I wish like people were like, everybody's going to take off there. Nobody needs therapy for 2 months.
Just don't have problems during the summer.
Don't have
Dana
problems.
needs some time off. Just push pause. We'll catch up in the fall.
That's right. That was one thing I loved about going back to school. Was like, you may be stressed, but then all of a sudden, you had time off to decompress. And everything that you were stressed about was pretty much done. And then I hit about the time I needed to start my dissertation, which it's always stressful. And I said, all right. There's our garlic. All right.
One protects us from vampires, the other one does not, as far as I know.
And one's for what?
The other one does not, as far as I know.
All right. What else do I need to... So next on here, I need the green onion. Because we need it for our Philly cheese steak. But Robbie thinks I said cheesecake. We'll have to go back and take a look at it because I think he just wasn't listening. Oops, this hasn't been washed. Let me wash it real quick. You know when you're so tired and you feel it like in your eyes? Like your eyes feel tired? Do you know that?
I thought that was just allergies.
I mean, that doesn't help. What is it? Okay, so what TV shows is everybody watching these days? Because Robbie and I started Fallout last night, which we'd been watching things that had like a lot of action to them, fight scenes and all that. And this doesn't start out that way.
It definitely tricked Dana.
And then I was like, wait a minute.
What's happening?
What is happening? I thought this was going to be a little more lighthearted. Nope. So if you're looking for something lighthearted, don't be fooled.
She points a knife at you.
You watched that. What did you think, Miss Sarah Lynn? Oh, your dog's sitting right now. Okay. All right. You know, I have chopped green onions in there, but I figure for the sandwich, we really need them to be sliced, right? How are those onions looking? They're looking good.
So Dana, when you found out it was based on a video game, did it help it make more sense? Were you surprised?
It made much more sense. I was like, I can see this being a thing where you're opening doors, you're trying to find weapons, trying to kill a ghoul.
Yeah, I know of the game, but I also have not played the game.
So, Dark City the Cleaner. That's kind of wild. I don't know what that one is. Do you know that one that Elster's talking about?
I think there was a movie called Dark City like 25 years ago. I wonder if it's related to that.
Why don't you ask Elster?
Elser, is it related to that movie? Which sliders get the peppers, Dana?
The fine sliced peppers, that's going to be the Philly cheesesteak. That'll have that and some onions, and then I've got some shaved steak that I just bought that way rather than trying to shave it myself. Because I got 6 sliders. I got enough. We're not going to need anywhere near all this peppers, but might as well chop them up. There we go. How are you doing, Jedi? We haven't watched Baby Reindeer. That's one where I said I better be in the mood. Because there's a couple of things that I'm like, I know it's good.
Really good, from what I've heard.
Really good. And I've been so tired and so busy and just taking on a lot of stress. And I'm like, it's not good to add that. Like, you know, does that make sense? Like even the books I've been reading, I've been trying to read just kind of whimsical, fun stuff because I'm like, I need a rest from heavy and stressful. Which I'm kind of hoping, we're going to do food fight. That'll be fun. Because all the stress on that, once we start it, goes to Rob.
Oh, good.
I mean, you're the one who has to do all the tech stuff on that. And Madibs, I did see what you done, and I'm glad that people are researching your condition. It's always hard if you feel like nobody's doing anything about something that's going on. I know my mom had a chronic condition that was tough on her because in the morning she felt like she couldn't go anywhere for a while because she always felt bad in the morning. And she felt better in the day. All right. I might need this again. I was going to fry bacon in it, but I can't fry bacon in it. You know why, Robbie?
Because you don't have bacon.
Because I don't have any bacon. Exactly.
Does
So
anyone have any
onions.
bacon we can borrow?
So we're just going to set this over here. And I'm going to keep it away from the sink so Robbie doesn't clean it just in case we do need it at some point. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and start making all the different sauces and make our slaw as well. And I'm going to have to eyeball some of this stuff because I don't want to have so much stuff that Robbie and I don't get to it and eat it. And I know that my youngest kiddo is so bummed because they're out of town and they're like, wait, you're making a bunch of sliders while I'm not there? So mean. So apparently I'm mean. It's fine. You deal with your mental health with the nursing. It's, you know what, It's actually not, I don't bring a ton of that home. I don't bring home my work too much. Is that there's so much of it right now, and I've got just lots of things going on. And so my brain has to keep switching directions every day from doing this, and I'm trying to get it so that so it's not doing that. So, Only Murders in the Building, love that. Inside number 9? I think I saw that one. Limitless, the movie. I did see both the movie and the series, and I agree with you. The movie was really good, and the series was okay. Thank you, Andy. STPD. I'll have to look that up. What is Mr. Robert cooking for the Memorial Day? So time, okay, we might get him in here to help in a little bit when I start having lots and lots of things going. 50 Shades of Robbie. Haven't seen 50 Shades of Robbie. Let's do this. New season for Only Murders, August 27th. Woohoo! Yeah, so, and I always have I grew up with my mom always having the TV on while she was doing things around the house. And so I either had the TV or music on most of the time. So I always have some sort of series that I don't have to sit down and watch, that I kind of watch. Sometimes it's something I've watched before, so, but right now I just started doing SG-1 Stargate, the series, because I watched the movie the other day and I was like, oh, I have seen this before, which I forgot I'd seen it.
Oh, Stargate, the movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so now I'm watching the series, so it's kind of on in the background, so I don't even know what happened in the last episode. Something. People. All of those things. No, Robbie's right here. Say hi. There you go. Detective shows, Murder, She Wrote, Columbo. Monk. Monk is on a lot. It's kind of background noise. You did CSI. So I had Law and Order on a lot years ago, about 10 years ago. That was on a lot. Battlestar Galactica. So, Miss Sarah Lynn, funny you should mention that. Robbie, what did we start doing recently?
We watched the miniseries, which I had apparently skipped over and never seen before.
Yeah, Robbie was like...
I'm like, oh, this story does have a beginning. Good to know.
What?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, Robbie's like, I don't think I've seen this part before. All right, so let me start.
Thank you for that, Lurk.
We got Lurk, woohoo! All right, I need to make, I need to put this in a little pot. I didn't know this was going in a pot to cook. So hopefully, if I miss words, and by that I mean you're like, what is Dana talking about? She had half a sentence. That's so funny. I'm going to start wearing a shirt, and I'm going to go around to all of the vegetarians. It says something like, I eat meat. I remember when do you remember when we were doing all the Cuban meats here, and somebody came in, and I can't remember what their name was, but it was something like, I hate meat, or...
Oh, you're talking a long time ago?
Long time ago when we first started streaming, and they came in.
I remember exactly what the name is, and I don't know if I even want to repeat it, but...
But yeah, so I
It's just
remember
like-
that, and I'm like, I don't go into vegetarian streams and go, need to eat, we're omnivorous, you know. I don't care. I don't care what you eat. I honestly don't care what you eat. Whatever you want to eat and whatever makes your boat float.
Oh my gosh, Dana.
Works.
Help her. Somebody help her.
Help me. Help me. My brain is misfiring. Anyway. All right, let's make the sauce, shall we?
I think I specifically remember that person because it was one of our very first trolls. Like a true
one who
troll.
came in just, I think probably made the name just to come into the
absolutely.
stream.
Well, maybe not just for you, but that sort of stream, yeah.
There it is.
But now there's an emote for it, so it's all good.
It's all good. We can kick people out. You see a troll? Use that. Okay, I'm going to use half the sauce. Oh, you always put this on upside down. So Robbie, can I teach you? This is the bottom, so it needs to go that way.
Dana, I do it right
No.
100% of the time, half the time.
I think you do it right about 10% of the time, half of the time. All right, so we're gonna use a 1/4 cup of ketchup. So what we're making right now is our
Special
tonkatsu.
ketchup,
I know it is our Whataburger fancy ketchup, which actually really belongs to Kimona, so I'm gonna have to buy some more.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy around here yesterday, Sarah.
Yeah, you weren't in here, but one of the towns that we went to yesterday, we had these really great burgers. And then we did some wine tasting. Well, I did some wine tasting. Robbie was like, he had a couple of sips of mine. And then last night they had a tornado.
Like literally 2 miles down the highway.
So I don't know what that says about me. I think it's about Robbie, honestly. How much Worcestershire? 1/4 cup. So that is going to be 1/8 of a cup. Because I'm doing half a recipe, so everybody has to help me remember not to put in the full amount. Worcestershire sauce, which is made from what, Robbie?
Avocados.
Starts with an A. All right. So we got some Worcestershire sauce.
Chocolate banana milk tea.
Chocolate.
Tastes like chocolate banana
tea.
pudding.
That sounds good. That actually sounds really good. Bananas and chocolate go together. Oh. Oh, it's a day. All right, we're going to put some sake in here.
Is that the sakataya sauce?
Yes. Ha 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 ha.
It's okay, Dana. If I think it's funny,
That's all that matters?
that's all that matters.
All right, ginger. How much ginger? It was a tablespoon, so, but we only need a half. Oh, that's garlic. Let's make sure we get the right one. It's
The
about
garlic or the ginger?
both. Let's see here. Garlic. I probably need all of the garlic. See how much faster that goes when I've already done the prep work? And is anything else? We need some sugar and the mirin. So I did get it out. And look at this. Robbie, do you notice what I'm doing?
Pouring?
Measuring.
Oh, measuring. Yeah, who are you?
Who's this strange person in the kitchen who's measuring
I think
things?
this is Cylon, Dana.
Robbie doesn't remember all of the Cylons.
Well, I'm thinking if you just accuse someone of being a Cylon, they're going to
They're
turn
gonna
out
be a
to
Cylon?
Even
Okay.
if you just come up with a really random reason as to how you figured it out.
All right. So I put that in there, but now I need to put it in here. That's what I meant to do, Robbie. It's okay. It just means more dishes. We could have done all of that right in there. But do you like my nice, cute little silver bowls? Aren't those awesome? All right, we're going to bring this to a boil.
They're cuter when I don't have to wash them.
But then their reason for being, their meaning in life isn't being met.
Oh,
Sometimes.
I thought their reason for being was to sit there and look cute and clean.
No,
and they don't like being dirty, and you're making them
the
sad.
appearances isn't everything. Sometimes you got to get a little messy to find your purpose and to find your meaning and to fulfill that. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have an early night. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Thank you for being here, Andy.
All right, Andy. Thanks for hanging out.
Have a good week. I think next time we'll be on next Sunday. I don't think we're going to be on before then.
Do you know what you're doing?
I have 0 ideas.
Cool.
I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. That's going. So, do I need anything else for this?
Yes.
I don't. Not yet. Not yet. This isn't going to need anything until we're ready to make that one. This one doesn't. Where are my ones with the sauces? Ingredients. I need a sauce for this. I'm going to make all the sauces. Wait, I think I have. No, it's the mushrooms that have the broccoli one. Okay. I need my Philly slider sauce. And let's see, what am I doing with it? All right, we're going to make that next. Like I said, we're going to be making all the elements first before we get to the cooking of the main part in the assembling for this.
And all that comes before the eating.
Yes, the assembling comes right before the eating.
Because that's the part that I'm
Not right before, there's
laser
pictures.
focused on.
So there's the assembling, then there's the photo taking, and then there's the eating.
And most of the time we remember the photos.
You're very good at remembering the photos. I have been really
It's
bad
because I've been
about
trained,
it.
Dana. I take pictures, I get to eat.
And see, I just eat. That's how that works. That's how it works. We are still raising money for St. Jude's. Starting next month with Food Fight, we'll be raising money for who our chefs are. We've got 8. Still confirming the last one. If they don't confirm, then I guess Darth is cooking. That's what I'm going with.
I just know it's not me.
It's not me. Not me.
I will be very busy during the show.
But I'm going to tell you who's all going to be in it now. You guys ready? Our first one is Eat at Dad's and Dinner with Mom. Then we have Chef Steve against Zero Brew. And then we have Aspie. And we all know Aspie, or at least most of us around here in the food and drink streams know Aspie. She's not a regular streamer, but she does do, she's currently in another contest as well. So we're excited to have her. And Mama Huevos, and we have Canara. So like I said, we got one more. And that's it. Well, howdy. Howdy there. How are you doing? You can ship him down to me. That is absolutely okay. So, well, thank you for that follow. We're glad you're here. I am smiling. I'm just really tired. Does it look like a smile? Do I look like I'm smiling, Robbie? I don't even know. I just don't even know. All right, my next
I think
one.
you're smiling.
Okay, cool.
We'll check back in an hour or so.
Okay, sounds good.
We're on
all right.
slider like number 5 or 6.
All right, I'm using another pan, Robbie. Are you happy about that?
Do you hate me?
No, I love you.
Oh, is this how you show it? You use everything in the kitchen?
This is how I show my boyfriend I love him, yes. So, well, thank you for that follow. Let's see if I can say this. Bilazanan. So we have Young Kazi and Bilanzan. I got that completely wrong. You love the vibes here. We're so glad. We're so happy that you like that. We're pretty chill. And if you're new in here, I'm just a home chef up here in North Texas, and I am joined by Robbie Randy, Ricky, Roy, Scrat. So if anybody comes in and says any of those names, that is Drink More, Cook Less, who is my, and it's a long story. But it just started, somebody called him Robbie. Kanara called him Kanara called him Robbie.
You mean Randy?
Randy, called him Randy for an entire stream, and then realized that had the wrong name, and the whole stream she was like, oh, Randy, can I have a cocktail? Randy, I need a cocktail. So it stuck, and then after that, everybody just decided to call him whatever they wanted to, so there we are. And he is my tech guy. I could not do this without him. He's also a dog wrangler for when Rocky, because we do have a Velociraptor Maltipoo on staff. He is my logistical elevation technician because he is a foot taller than me. A Sherpa, sometimes sous chef, dishwasher. So he's got all the things.
Chauffeur.
Chauffeur sometimes. You were chauffeur yesterday.
A lot of chauffeuring yesterday.
Well, you chose the place, so that's just you.
I'm aware it's my fault, Dana.
Okay.
It was a cool place. It was a long way away. It was worth it.
All right.
It's fine.
So what we're making now is we're going to be making the sauce for our Philly cheesesteak. So we've got some butter.
Philly cheesecake.
Not the Philly cheesecake, which I never said.
Oh, we'll go back and check, Dana.
For Kanara's rates are so sweet and chill vibes. Yes. Well, you know why? Because Kanara is awesome. She's awesome. She has been in my kitchen and cooked with me. And we have hung out like at TwitchCon, and we chat about stuff and check up on one another. So she's just really good people. And I love it because, you know what? She wants everybody to be successful. And that I love about her. And she wants to be so very helpful. And on top of that, she makes delicious food. And by the way, Mustache Man is awesome as well.
Two of the nicest people.
They
you could
really,
ever
really,
meet.
really, really, really are. I'm a terrible liar, so I cannot lie about things like that. You'll be able to tell if I go, yeah, they're good people. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Ask Robbie, I'm a
Wait a
terrible
minute. I think
liar.
that's how it feels when she talks about me.
Is it?
Sometimes.
All right.
But yeah, can't wait to see them again in San Diego.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right. This is a tablespoon of our Worcestershire sauce, which is made out of what again, Robbie?
Avocado.
Uh-huh. Robbie claims he does not like anchovies, so he refuses to admit that there are anchovies in anything that he happens to like.
I cannot admit I'm wrong. That's true.
All right, I need some Dijon mustard. Here we go. Let's shake that up. So this is the sauce, again, for the Philly cheesesteak. All right, about a teaspoon in there.
So would you like to make a wager, Dana, on whether or not you said Philly cheesecake?
No, I really don't. Uh-oh. Who's here? Who's here?
Hippie!
Hippie's here! Hippie! Hang on. Wait a minute. I got to do this right. Hippie! How are you? All right. I have, let's see, let's put a little garlic powder in here. Just in time for Hippie. Because you know Hippie doesn't use garlic.
She's been copying you, Hippie. She's using all the bowls.
I've got lots of bowls going.
And then she accused you of stealing some of them. Hey, Rusty.
Didn't know where they were. Rusty, how are you doing? How's it going? I'm sitting in here making all the different components for six different sliders that we're making today because I like to punish myself, apparently. Let's see. That's probably good enough for now. So that's going to be for our Philly cheesesteak slider. Philly cheesesteak. Robbie, Philly cheesesteak.
You're the one that said Philly cheesecake.
I did
and I was
not.
very confused.
I'm doing good. I'm really, really tired. That's what's happening. So yes, if you see the menu there, we are doing breakfast sliders, tot sliders, the one with the quail egg, Philly cheese slider, bang, bang, mushroom slider, and hot chicken and waffle slider. Raising money for St. Jude. We're doing all of those things. Hello, Jan. Is it Nike? Jen? How do you say your name? I haven't figured that part out yet. You're saving to go to TwitchCon eventually. Well, when you finally make it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's see here. So that sauce is done, guys. And now I need to make my broccoli slaw. So let's make the dressing first. I'm actually going to make it in here. And we need, it says vegan mayonnaise because this is a vegan recipe, but I will not be making a vegan recipe. We will be using buttermilk and real eggs, but you could substitute that if you wanted to. So we'll be using all the real things because I don't keep a lot of substitutes around for vegan food. All right, how much of this do I need? 3 tablespoons. I think I've got tablespoons on here.
Wanakee. You did great, Dana.
I need a drop counter today because I have dropped so many things today. Luckily, I haven't broke anything. Broken anything? All right, hang on. I need 3 tablespoons, which is...
Because I love you so much, Dana, I gave you an oops counter for that.
Oh, thank you. That is very sweet of you. So I need about 1.5 ounces of this because I do have ounces on here.
Or as Teeds likes to say, Oz.
Does he?
What would say?
Yeah. So Rusty, how's Lady doing? Can you tell her hi and give her a big hug for me? I got to meet Rusty, guys, down at TwitchCon. Well, actually, I met Rusty before, but I got to meet Lady at TwitchCon. I can't remember anything. Robbie, you need to talk for me because I'm just doing a really bad job. Pronouncing, Janaki's like, pronouncing Worcestershire. Exactly. I'm sorry, it's like Wanakee. Oh, Wanakee. Okay, I can do that. Wanakee. Is that close? Did I get it? All right, a little more mayonnaise in there. It's making noises for us.
It sure is.
We're going to need that again, so we won't put that too far back, maybe. All right. I need some apple cider vinegar. And we need a couple teaspoons of that. Actually, I've got these out, so I might as well use them. So this is the dressing for our broccoli slaw. I probably didn't need to make a whole recipe of the sauce, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I was only going to make a small bowl of it, because I'll tell you why, I'm trying not to make full recipes of everything, because we got 6 sliders, and let's just say all of them were for 12, but some of them were for 18.
Oh my gosh.
But 6 times 12, if I do my math right, is 72. Is that right?
Yes.
I math.
And I can scarf down some food, Dana, but that's a lot of food.
I know. You're getting some much needed rain. We've been getting rain off and on here. None today.
Yeah, we're actually pretty far over for the year for the first time in a while.
There we go. I need a couple teaspoons of sweet pickle relish. And so, oh, thank you, Rusty, for that gifted sub to Wanakee. Thank you so much. All right, we need a couple teaspoons of that. Look at my exact measurement there. This is sweet pickle relish. And what else do I need? I need some salt and some pepper, because of course I do. I could have made this in a smaller thing still. All right. So we may not use all of this sauce. Let's see if I want pepper in this too. Yeah, I may actually put a tiny bit more vinegar in there too. Because this is going to go on our bang bang mushrooms. So that is going to be we're going to deep fry some oyster mushrooms for our burger, for our vegetarian-ish burger. But it's not going to be vegan because I have mayonnaise in here. So it's already not vegan. All right, another bowl, Robbie. Do you think I'll use all of my silver bowls?
I mean, I think you have to now the hippie's here.
See if I can use more, huh? Than hippie. So I think that's going to be enough slaw, but we can save this slaw and this dressing for later. We need to put some, does this want red onions? We want some red onions in there. I'm going to cut these down though. We don't need too much. So I just stand here with the knife. Robbie, I'm telling you. All right, these were supposed to be de-seeded, Robbie, but they're not. I'm gonna cut these in half too, because nobody needs a giant piece of jalapeno like that all at once. So it's gonna make it spicy, Robbie. It's gonna be spicy. Are you good with that? Robbie says he's good with it. All right, let's put. So we'll have like the crunch, hopefully, from the mushroom. I have never deep fried oyster mushrooms before, so we'll see how that turns out today. Get back in there. This is going to be another crunch factor, so it'll be
Crunch.
yummy. It'll be very crunchy, hopefully. I'm hoping they get really crunchy because they are crispy bang bang chicken fried mushrooms, Robbie, meaning they're supposed to be really, really crunchy when we get to them. Okay, so I have lots of red onions left over, so we'll have to do something with red onions later. Now I need to make the sauce for this, which is mayonnaise, sweet chili sauce, and sriracha hot sauce. Do we have? I hope we have sriracha. Is it in here? We do. We have sriracha.
Just be careful. The lid is very broken.
And who did that?
It was like that when I saw it. And I'm passing along the warning because nobody warned me. Unless you like
So you
sriracha
say.
everywhere,
You
because it was
know.
quite the mess.
I know, but I didn't have to clean it up, so it was fine. All right, let's make this. We'll put it in this vehicle. And see, look, I could have kept that mayo out. So we're going to do, I'm going to do about half of a recipe for this. So much easier if I just get it out of the, when it's in a, thing, and then you can scoop it out.
A tub?
Because we're guessing tub, jar. I think we call it a jar. I don't think I've ever seen a tub of mayonnaise. Margarine.
I have.
A tub of mayonnaise, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
margarine
Oh, yeah, all the
plastic
time.
thing?
All the time,
I
babe.
see. Okay. We need the sweet chili sauce, which I have here. I did not make it, so that is okay. And then, what else do I need? I need some sriracha. Oh, well, the top is broken. It's broken.
That
I think I may be buying a new thing of sriracha.
that was quite the pour there.
It's about the right amount. It's you. You like spicy.
I do.
You'll have jalapenos in this spicy sriracha sauce. Is there anything else in that? That's it. Okay. It's got a kick,
Rusty
but it's not
says
bad.
that sriracha mayo is king.
And it's got a little of that sweet chili sauce in it too, just like another sauce. Well, I guess what we put on the, this is an interesting one because it's like, leans in an Asian direction, but we put sweet pickle relish in it. And I don't really think of that as Asian, but. All right, now let me look at my list. What do I want to do next? All right, we've made all of our sauces. Now we need to make our 2 buns that are not made already, which is mini waffles and tots. And I'm gonna do the tots in the waffle iron. So I'm gonna take like several tots and like smush them together in the waffle iron. And hopefully we get a bun-like shape. So what do you think of that?
I mean, it can't turn out any worse than your actual sort of burger yesterday.
Oh, sloppy-wise?
Yeah.
That
you
is
go.
true.
She's trying to
Okay,
hide
I
from you
need
guys.
we need another waffle plate in here, and I'm going to have Robbie plug this in for me because he's my tech guy. So he has to plug all the things in for me. We'll get that out of the way. Let me clean up just a second before we get the next thing done out here.
There you go, Dana. You are plugged in.
Thank you. Could you also go get me the tots out of the freezer? So, sriracha mayo. So see, there's not a plate in the bottom of this. So this comes with all different plates you can put, like there's bunnies, a heart, all different shapes
Tater
inside
puffs.
around thing. Oh, which I have. So Robbie doesn't have to get that. I don't have to wait for that. That's a heart. There we go. There's round. So we want to make them even smaller than what's here. So I thought we'll let that heat up. Is it on? It's on. And I will make the batter. So I've got, one of the reasons I wanted to do this was because we've got the Hawaiian king rolls, because is anything better than Hawaiian king rolls for your sliders? I mean, maybe pretzel buns, maybe brioche buns.
For you, maybe, not for me.
But they all have gluten in them, so I can't eat them. So what do I make? I make all sorts of things. But tonight we're making 6 different sliders. So you can look right down below and see all those sliders that we're making tonight. So Pete Cody, hello. All right, so let me make my batter too for the waffles. Because, oh wait, I already got it out. See, I'm too prepared, Robbie, too prepared.
Is there such a thing?
Apparently, because I'm that.
But if you were truly prepared, you would have remembered where it was.
Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. All right, so we're going to, because this requires 1 egg, we got to make a full recipe of this, because I can't do half an egg, although I could do 2 quail eggs.
I was about to say, normally you couldn't do half an egg. Today you have options.
But today I could. Cheese monster, hello, hello. Okay. So this is my Bob's Red Mill gluten-free mix. Oh, I need it here because the recipe's on the bag. Goodness gracious, Dana.
That's like me always throwing away the bag that tells me how
How much
hot
of things?
to set the oven and how long.
How much milk? We're going to use buttermilk for ours. So we're going to do 3/4. So yeah, so this will be part of our chicken, and what we're going to do, we're going to fry some Nashville hot chicken in a little bit. We're going to fry some mushrooms. We're going to have actual burgers for 2 of the things. We're going to have eggs for 1, and then we've got Philly cheesesteak for the other one. I hope I've left enough. I hope I've left enough buttermilk. But if not, I've got milk, and you can always add a little lemon juice or vinegar to your regular milk, and you'll get a buttermilk. I need an egg. What else do I need? We need some melted butter. Well, my eggs are going to be fun to get out. Here we go. I have so much in here. I'm going to need the eggs from the other fridge.
Real eggs or quail eggs?
I'm going to need the real eggs. Not right now, though.
Oh.
All right. And then we're going to melt some butter here in a second. I'm just waiting for this to heat up. I feel like this probably needs a little more milk, probably because I used buttermilk. Oh, I've got the butter to put in there first. Hang on. Let's do that before we add more milk. Because once we add butter, it may be good to go. All right, melt butter. We'll give that a little bit of time there. Oh, this is your older account. Well, welcome. We're good to see you again, Trainwreck. It said new first-time chatter. Oh, hello, Kanara. Kanara's in here too. Did you hear us talking about you? Can you order sliders of your choosing? Sometimes, but tonight it's a 6-pack, just the way it is. That is going to need more milk even once I put the butter in there. So we'll put a little splash of that and get it back out if we need some more. And that's not quite melted, so let's put that back in there.
So Kanara, don't say in the chat what your answer would be, but have you been thinking of ingredients for your round of food fight?
She's got a whole month for that.
I know, but you can never start planning too soon, Dana.
True. All right.
Just remember, Snake, we got to take the pictures before we're allowed to eat the sliders.
That's why Robbie's so good. We were talking about this, why he's so good at remembering to take the pictures, because for him, that means he gets to eat soon. All right. We need a little more liquid in here. This is not waffle batter. I didn't do anything. I did a cup. I did an egg.
Guess what?
I did
Last time
milk.
I made pancakes, it was too thick.
Yes, well, this is too thick too, so. It's got lots of butter in it though, and it's got buttermilk. And but this will be an okay consistency once we get it in there, because I want them to be a little smaller, but I can always cut them out if they're too big. Most of the recipes have you getting the little mini Eggo waffles, but I think that reminds me too much of my kids. All right, we're gonna try this.
So waffles are a breakfast food technically, right?
Waffles can be any time of day you want them to be. in my opinion. Like chicken and waffles is not necessarily breakfast.
Or are you trying to say that I'm not going to be late for breakfast today?
Maybe that's it.
Is that where we're going? Aha! So
All right.
you got to get up pretty early to sneak stuff
I
past
may
me.
have to thaw these before I can make this. We're going to see.
Oh, come on. Frozen tots in a waffle iron is a
We're
tried
gonna-
and true method.
I'm making this up as I go along. Those may need to sit out for just a bit. Because it's going to take a while. Because, you know, Robbie, even if I'm making only 2 of the tot burgers, I actually need to make 4 of these little top buns. But you need a bottom and a top.
Well, you at least need a bottom.
And a top. And a top. Otherwise, not really a burger. But at least Robbie won't be late for breakfast if we want to.
What?
Where did that come off of? Where did that come from? A binder clip just across
Is
the
that the
kitchen.
tots?
No, I didn't put anything on that yet.
Well, it flew off of somewhere.
That's funny. All right, so that is not very.
All right, this binder clip has to go. It's clearly possessed.
All right, let's see here. Was he put away? Was he misbehaving? Robbie's on dog wrangling duties. I think I might use a spray instead of that.
Apparently, I need to go get my Ghostbusters pack, though.
Ghostbusters.
I wonder if that showed up on camera at all.
The clip flying across? I don't know.
Make a
Slow
note to go
motion,
back and
maybe?
look. Hey, Da Bear fan.
Da Bear fan, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? I'm very tired today, so if I seem like weirder than usual. See, Robbie wasn't even listening. That was really for his
And
benefit.
I was listening.
He made no recognition that he heard me.
I was
Busy?
making the business decision to not say anything. It's one of those, well, you don't want to disagree.
You were listening. Thank you, cheese monster. I appreciate the fact that you were listening.
I think some of my sliders are going to be mailed out, and I won't be able to eat because she's mad.
It's not getting very crunchy in here the way I had hoped. It may
Is it
take
because
a
they're
while.
frozen?
Maybe.
Because what?
But this is how I cooked them in the oven, though.
Because
Thanks
when
for
we tried to
frozen.
make the turkey dressing
It took a long
waffles,
time.
it took a very long time. Oh, look, a
No.
dog wants attention.
No. Maybe bring him a stool over here so he can watch what's going on and not have any. Ha! Ha! All right, let's see here. We're getting there. We probably should do this, and then that way you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So this is my mini waffle maker here. And so I wanted to first try and see if I could get these tater tots to work by doing them in here. And they may work. I think they're going to work. I think they're too frozen right now because they're going to take forever. Because it's looking pretty good.
It's okay, Dana. We have all night.
Do you? Oh, my allergies are so freaking bad, man. Some things you just want to do off camera.
Yeah, Rocky. He's like, what? What did I do this time? He knows.
So, Rusty, did you know? Kanara, did you know, everybody, did you know that our first week of food fights coming up next week? Not this week, next week, next Tuesday. It'll be dinner with Mom and eat at Dad's. And then the week after that is going to be Chef Steve and Zero Brew. And then the week after that is going to be Aspie and Mama Huevos. And then the week after that is going to be Kanara and...
Question mark.
Surprise guest. Still trying that. So I think that'll be so much fun. We've got awesome people again, like we had last time. Woo! All right, so that turned out really good. It just took a while. We just may be here for a while. Are you good with that? I kind of feel like now that I'm on this kick and that turned out well, I don't want to switch gears. So Robbie, did I do 3 or 4 for that? Does anybody remember? We're going to do 4. And I need like a thing. That is the level right now of my thinking. What is
All
the
right,
lowest
Hippie. Thanks so much for hanging out.
What is the lowest my oven will let me go? Hippie, thank you so much for coming by. Your kitchen is done. Sit. Oh, you go drool. That sounds awesome. Go drool. All right. I'm going to do at least 4 of these right now. Meanwhile, while these are cooking, I can probably get my little burgers made, right? We can do that. There goes Rocky. Rocky, what are you doing, buddy? Why are you being a crazy, crazy dog? Wait, did they only give me 1 pound of meat, Robbie?
She's asking me questions from the other room, guys. So my answer is maybe.
They were supposed to give me 2 pounds of meat, so we will have fewer sliders. They only gave me 1 pound of meat. They were supposed. So I ordered my food this time. They did not give me all the things that I asked for. So, for example, my chicken thighs ended up being chicken breast. And now they only gave me 1 pound of ground beef instead of 2. So that's not good. Not happy about that.
Good thing you're making 6 different types of sliders, or
We would
we
starve.
might have gone hungry.
We're going to starve, Robbie.
Hey, you almost have enough for 1 slider there.
I know. All right, let's move some of the tater tot stuff around. There we go. I don't.
Well, at least Rocky's gone outside.
That's good. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. All right, I'm going to pull this over here to put the meat in here so I don't get it on any of the food. I want to do it over the sink. I don't think I need... I don't think any of these recipes. So this is supposed to be 2, so salt, 2 ounces each. So if we do 2 ounce ones, we can do 8. So there'll be 4 of each of those. And then that one's to make rectangles, but we're not. We're doing round burgers. That's not the one I want. All right. So if we do 2 ounce burgers, I can get 8 out of it because I got 16 ounces here. So we'll do that in a second. But we got lots of these. Lots and lots of this. All right. So if I'm doing 4, I need 8 of these, Robbie.
Yes.
Which is a lot. Can my this get plugged in? I'm so helpless today. I had a mess. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. I think I still need to slice up some tomatoes. I think I've got tomatoes that we might want to put on the top burgers, maybe. We might not need them because I think I'm putting pickles on there. Did I miss Darth? We're just going to shout out Darth because we just love Darth so much. I'm good with that. And let me just say, lots of good people in here. So if you need people to follow Hippie Wayfarer, Darth Verbaka, Golden Flare has now just entered the building. And boy, we have lots of good people that have popped in today. Kanara and everything. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Golden Flare. How are you doing? How was your stream? Thank you, Smelly, for the follow. And welcome in. We're making lots of sliders today. Lots and lots and lots of sliders today. I don't know why I decided it was going to be Slider Palooza, but I decided it was going to be Slider Palooza. You know why I decided it, actually? Because I love sliders. They're like little, you get a little taste of everything. It kind of reminds me, Robbie, of like when I do Christmas cookies, right? Ow, that's hot. Woo! Right now I'm making some tater top buns for one of our burgers. So, and Miss Harley B, hello. I know we could have talked forever when I was on your talk show. I could have, at least. I don't know about you guys. But I was having so much fun on that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is we're working on we've made all of our like sauces and sides. Andrew cooks. Oh my goodness, it's like a double raid. Hello, Andrew, and hello, Andrew's people, and hello, all of you. Welcome in. Andrew, how was your stream? What did you make? And Flair, I'm assuming you were playing a game. So Flair, what were you, I know, raid to raid. What were you playing today in yours? And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dana. I am a home cook in North Texas. And I am here with, I can't do it without them, Robbie, Randy, Ricky, Roy, Drink More, Cook Less. There are stories behind every single one of those names. But if you have a new name for them, feel free. Call Drink More, Cook Less, whatever you want. As long as it's nice. Or a little sarcastic is fine too. So yeah, we're here. He's tech guy, dog wrangler, logistical elevation technician, Sherpa, dishwasher, sometimes.
Food devourer.
Food taster. He is the royal food taster. And tonight we're doing 6 different sliders. So we've made our sauces and some of our toppings. We've got most of those ready. And now what we're doing is we're making our buns. So I've got Hawaiian rolls for some of our buns. And we've got mini bagels for our breakfast bagel sliders. And now I'm making these little, very misshapen, creatively shapen. Let me reframe that. Creatively shapen buns. For a burger that are gluten-free and crunchy and made out of potatoes. You grilled some bacon barbecue burgers. Oh, burgers. I can't wait to have some burgers. So yeah, these are going to be our buns. We're going to do for one of our burgers.
Hey, Dana, you have bacon today, right?
I don't have bacon today
What
because
happened to the
I forgot that I used it Did we use it last Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday on the pizzas. So I didn't order any. But the way my order came in, it may not
That's
have
true.
made
You
it
would have
into the
gotten
bag.
something else anyway.
Yeah, it's very good. Shaken buns. Yes, shaken buns. See? No. Misshapen. Creatively shapen buns. And then after this, we're going to make some actual mini waffles because we're going to be doing one of our sliders is a hot Nashville chicken. So we'll fry up that chicken. It'll be like a chicken and waffle. So, yeah. I went there. Hey, Flair, thank you so much for resubscribing and using your Prime for me. I feel so special. I mean, you only get one, and you used it here, so thank you. And that is just for all of you out there, if you don't know this.
Yeah,
if you have
use
Prime,
it now while it's still a thing.
go use it for somebody. It doesn't have to be here. I don't care. Go use Amazon's money and give it to somebody. Give it to a streamer. Give it to a newer streamer who just made affiliate and can finally do it. I love supporting new streamers. I want everybody to be successful. The more people are successful, the better our community is. All right, so I got to do 8 of these. We're 2, and my little mini waffle maker is making them very small. I could probably get the Texas one out because I have another mini one and make them in there too.
You may have to.
Why? Are 1, 2? Okay, so that's gonna be that's 4.
Can I offer you a drink?
5, 6. I need more tater tots. You can offer me a drink. Could you tell my bartender?
What would you like, Dana?
Oh, Randy, I don't know, make me something. We're running low on a lot of things and we're out of things. So I have to get more tater tots over here because I don't have enough for all of the things we got to make. All the things. So Robbie's going to make me a drink. He loves it when I give him no direction whatsoever. He doesn't. He would prefer that I give him a step-by-step one. All right, let's see here. Drink time. I like it. Drink time.
No direction, though. That's...
He loves that. He does not. So our buns are 4 tater tots. That's what I decided is the optimal things. Hydrate. All right, I'll hydrate while I'm waiting for my drink, Madibs. Here we go. We'll do that. There are bubbles, so you could do an easy bubble cocktail of some sort.
So that sounds like some direction.
Do you want no? You don't have to use them. I'm just telling you if you're looking for something. That's always, anything with bubbles is always good. But I see he's gone for the rum. So we may be getting a rum drink here, boys and girls. Because I'm out of vodka. I don't know how I ran out of vodka. I mean, I've got...
I know how you ran out of vodka.
No, but I usually get that. And then there is vodka, but it is tamarind vodka. Tamarind vodka. That's what we got. Drink more than with drink more cook glass. Ice. I'm being smushed. It's a... all right, new movies that are out. We've seen The Fall Guy. Anybody else seen any other new movies in the movie theater?
You also saw Atlas on Netflix?
I saw Atlas on Netflix, but not at the movie theater.
Well, no.
We thought Atlas was okay. At least I did. What was your take on it?
It looked like they spent a lot of money on some special effects.
But did you like it?
It was okay.
And there you go. It was okay.
I think I liked the second half of the movie better than the first half, so I didn't regret finishing it.
No, it was worth watching till the end. All right. I don't want to get burger on these things, but I really want to. I can't. I have such a tough time like not doing something. That's why, like, if I'm doing risotto, I let Robbie stand over here and stir it. All right, so we're going to make these meatballs. Let's see what this is doing right now. Okay. I'm going to make these 2 ounces each so that we have 8 of them, right? 16 divided by 2.
Rocky's back. He heard the bar was open.
It is indeed. There we go. All right, that's 2 ounces. Right now, all I'm going to do is get the meat in the right amounts, divide it up. And we're going to see if indeed
Excuse me, dog. I need stuff.
there's 16 ounces in here.
All the ingredients.
You've eaten fresh tamarind, you'll never do that again. It's good as part of something, but tamarind probably by itself is a little much. So what did you think of it? Was it like really sour? All right, 3, I don't know. This said it was 16 ounces. I guess I could have put the whole thing in here, right, and measured it. Too much. Not enough. Still too much. There we go. All right, that's 5. Can I get 3 more? But I'm really bummed because I really ordered 2 pounds, but only 1 pound came with my order. All right, I guess it's 2 pounds. Our ice maker is a pain in the butt. All right, we got 8 burgers, so we got that. You may need to get a mortgage. Right now, I'd love to go look at new houses. Since Robbie and I moved in together, he moved into my house, and it would be nice for him to feel like it's also his house. But right now, the mortgage rates are high, and mine is so low right now. It would be stupid to go get a new house and have a new mortgage and pay so much more when we like this house. Except for that part where it's like the backyard, it lines up to a busier street. It's not like a super busy street.
Let me know what you think.
What
of
I
that
think?
Right there.
Did you taste it?
I did not.
It's
Don't look at the
interesting.
ingredients.
Well, I mean, I can tell the elderflowers in there. That's a different twist.
It is.
It's not bad.
Ooh, not bad. That's not good.
I think the elderflowers, it's kind of throwing me off because it kind of put a floral flavor in with, because I love elderflower, but it put like this floral flavor with the citruses. So it's kind of competing with the orange. It's really, I think, more competing with the lime in there.
It's not even lime.
Is it lemon? It's competing with the lemon then. So there's that. Why not move to Canada? Too cold. Too cold. Don't want to shovel snow.
Maybe for the summers.
He'll never do it. I'm thinking that if I go someplace for the summer, my daughter lives in Seattle, so going someplace up in Washington State where we can have gorgeous views, be not too far from the water, which I love. And then I can hang out with my daughter more. Because she has said, my summers are too beautiful. I'm never coming to Texas in the summer again. Okay. It doesn't, but what I'd like to do is I'd really like to be, like, this is the house that I moved into when I got divorced, you know, and it was near the kids' schools, and I don't dislike the house at all. It's got some great features to it. What I don't like is the busy street out back. And honestly, that's probably, what do you say, like 90% of the reason, Robbie, we would move? And the area that we're living in is just getting more and more and more crowded. So traffic is getting really bad. Yes? I don't know if Robbie agrees with me. It rains. Rain is water. This is true. Rain is water. Colder winters in Canada is greater than Texas heat. Maybe you're biased. I mean, some people like cold, some people like heat. I don't mind either of them for short periods of time, but I will tell you, Texas is just, I feel like the summers are just, the heat is getting longer.
It's only 98 right now.
98 in May.
Feels like 105.
It does? Is some humidity that bad today? Oh, the breeze out there made it feel much cooler. You'll take the cold any day. I mean, at least with cold you can put layers on. But I like hanging out in the sun. I like both. I really do. Like, I loved, like, Robbie and I used to, and I'm trying to talk him into going to yoga again, but we would go do, like, not hot yoga, but warm yoga.
It was hot yoga.
And then it was not, it was warm yoga. It wasn't even 100 degrees in yoga. And then we would go outside when it was chilly outside, and that feels so good. Or when I'm in the cold air conditioning and I go outside to the heat, that feels good. Or the heat into the, I don't mind any of it. Aramon official, holy cow, hello. I have a limit of heat. Anything over 80 is too much. Well, don't come to Texas anytime after May 1st then. Because in July and August, we are over 100, at least in the way it feels, if not in actual. How many days of over 100 did we have last summer? I remember the one summer.
I think we were probably in the 50s or 60s of number of days, yeah.
Yeah, because in 2011, 10 or it was 11, it was 62 days or something.
Oh, I think we might have got to 70 something.
Okay, well, then it was like 60 days in a row.
It was a lot. It was hot.
It was terrible,
really hot.
and that was when I was
foolishly
moving.
made a bet at the beginning of that summer, and I couldn't have been more wrong.
I moved that year. That's when I moved into this house. It was hot. All right, we're getting there, guys. We have 5 of how many did I need? 8 done. And then we'll move to waffles. Waffles probably won't take quite as long. 86 is comfortable in here. So, Lynn J, hello, lovely lady. I'm so happy to see you back and streaming. And guys, you know what? We had 3 wonderful people. We had Andrew come in, Andrew Cooks come in, and Flair come in, and Lynn J is back on the air. So you need to make sure that you go check her out because she is awesome. And she and I sat on the roof of an apartment building when I was in Seattle, and we drank cider because it was the only thing I had. And we didn't get a picture because I suck, and I forgot. And Robbie's like, how could you forget to get a picture? How did your food come out, Lynn J? How did it come out?
You got me trained. I have to have the picture to eat, so I don't forget pictures.
That's right. That's right. Next time, absolutely. And I will be there in November for sure. I don't know if I'm going to make it there beforehand. Kelsey's going to be coming down here in October, so... and she is traveling, man. She's traveling and doing, she was just down in Austin. She is going to be in California. Then she's going to be in London. And I'm going to be in Florida. And then I'm going to Mexico. Robbie and I still haven't pinned down our plans for the summer. And then TwitchCon in San Diego. So we are.
Don't forget to preheat the oven overnight, Lynn J.
That's. We'll know tomorrow, haha. I mean, I'm telling you, sometimes I now make sure that I am absolutely reading my recipes beforehand because of that. Madibs, all that got you hyperventilating. Well, you're going to go leave us, all right? I totally get it. Good night. Have a good night's sleep, Madibs. 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for putting that in freedom units so that I knew exactly what it was. I appreciate it. All right, so what I'm doing here, Lynn J, in case you're wondering, is I'm making 6 different sliders today. So we have made, what we've done is we've chopped our vegetables for the 6 different things. We have made our sauces for them. I made a slaw that's going to go on a chicken fried mushroom. I've got oyster mushrooms we're going to attempt to fry. And then I'm making the buns right now. So the chicken fried mushrooms are going to be going on a Hawaiian roll slider. We got Nashville hot chicken. That's going to be going on waffles. We've got sliders with a tonkatsu sauce and some caramelized onions and quail eggs. That's going to be going on a Hawaiian roll. We've got bagel breakfast sliders going on. Yep, you guessed it, mini bagels. We've got these tot sliders, so we're going to be using this as our bun. And then Philly cheese steak sliders. Robbie says I said cheesecake earlier, but if I did, it's cheesesteak. And those will just go on the Hawaiian rolls as well. So there we go. Oyster mushrooms, yes, they're so good. What I really was hoping to find is maitake, or here in the United States, you usually see them called hen in the woods mushrooms, and they didn't have any. But you know what they had, Robbie? At my mushroom area at Central Market, they actually had morels, and they had porcini mushrooms, which I've never seen porcini mushrooms there, and I see morels maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and I was like, oh, if only I could have been doing something with those tonight, but I wasn't going to spend, because porcini mushrooms here are $79 a pound, and the morels, I think, were $99 a pound. So a little expensive to be throwing on a slider. So we do need to talk Lynn J into coming to TwitchCon. So Rusty, I met Lynn J when I was in Seattle, and she's awesome. She got in the car with a mostly complete stranger, me, and my daughter and her boyfriend, and went to an apartment complex where she and I sat on the roof, looked at the city. It was a gorgeous view of Seattle, and just sat up there and drank cider until like midnight or 1. I don't even know. How late was it? What time did we decide that we were done?
Long enough that you forgot the picture.
Yeah. So they're kind of rare in supermarkets there. Which ones? Both of them? Both the porcinis? The oyster mushrooms. So I was very excited. About a year and a half ago, my supermarket, maybe 2 years ago, they started growing their own mushrooms. So they grow in the store. They always have yellow oyster, blue oyster. They do trumpet mushrooms, occasionally lobster mushrooms. They do lion's mane all the time. And then they bring in shiitake. They've always got shiitake. I haven't seen them grow those there unless they're growing them in the back somewhere. But it's cool because you can look at this area where they're growing all the mushrooms underneath cool lights. You got to clean up. We totally get it. That is the thing about being a food and drink streamer, is that you got to clean up when you're done. Oops. All right. So we're getting close, Robbie, to these being done so I can make the last of the buns that we need. Thank you for being amazing, Lynn J. You're amazing. And I'm just so glad to see you back on. I know it's been crazy at work. That's why, for me, it's been crazy at work and crazy for Robbie. And so we've been trying to get our one in a week.
Soon it'll be 2 with Food Fight.
Food fight, food fight. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, Rusty, you'll have to make sure you watch Zero and Steve. I think it's going to be a hoot. Oh, come here. Come here. Rocky, come. Rocky, up. There we go. Now you can watch from there. There's Rocky, everybody. If you haven't met Rocky yet, there he is. Hi, bud. He's like, I heard there were burgers. I hope one's for me. Hi, Fallen Age. He wanted to see you guys. He wanted to say hello. That is what he is doing. Whoop, whoop, phew, woo. Oh, thank you, Rusty, for that gift sub to Lynn J. That was super sweet of you. Aw. Robbie's trying to stay out of the picture, but what if I do this? And then Robbie has to walk over here. And you say hi. You can say hi to everybody. Don't sell you out. So did you guys, are you guys doing anything special this weekend, Rusty? Did Lady get a long weekend? I talked to my boss. My boss gave me a long weekend. It's me. I'm my boss. Robbie actually got a long weekend. What's my favorite toothpaste? I don't have a favorite toothpaste. I'll be honest with you. Do you have a favorite toothpaste? You're a creature of habit.
Mint.
Mint. Yeah, mint for sure. I never, even as a kid, I didn't like when they had like the fruit flavor ones. You did ramen today, and that's your whole weekend task. So yesterday we went to a lavender farm, and Robbie and I are doing this thing where we've got the alphabet, and we want to hit, before the end of the year, a brand new restaurant with each letter of the alphabet. So we did make some rules. We said the does not count. So then we had to make the rule that the in any language doesn't count. So like we went to a place called Los Molcajetes, and so the Los doesn't count, so it was an M. And yesterday on our way back, we hit 2 places and got 2 new things. We got a Y, so woo! In a town called Valley View that just a few hours later was hit by a tornado. So mint chocolate, I do too. You cut up 4 whole chickens and deboned them yesterday. Wow. Holy cow. Mint chocolate toothpaste. There may be out there somewhere. Okay, let's see.
I worry
here.
that might be kind of like the idea of chocolate wine.
Well, no, because mint and chocolate go together in candy and stuff. So I think it'd be okay, but chocolate wine, not so much. Which we decided to count a winery that we went to. We counted it because they had food there. And we decided to count that as one of our restaurants. Even though we didn't eat any food. No. Absolutely not. No. Rocky. He's been a pain in the butt lately. I think I already told you guys. He was up at 6:30 this morning. And Robbie and I had remembered to close and make it really dark in the room. So, because I wake up with the sunlight, and so keeping it dark like that, I was able to sleep in, because normally I wake up at 7, except I didn't get to sleep in because the dang dog decided that. And I think it was when I got up, I could see out my back that there was a fire truck and something else out there, so I'm sure that's what woke him up. But you did a collab with Graham. Oh my gosh, I bet that was good. Did you make your own noodles too? If you were cooking it with Graham, or did you buy your noodles? Because I've always wanted to try to make my own ramen noodles. And I was watching them do it on a show the other day. Slap the noodles. Oh, so much fun. We got to do that sometime, Robbie. Make some ramen noodles. We can do some rice noodles. All right. Robbie gives me a look like, this is our last one, guys, and then we can do waffles. Words. As a matter of fact, while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start heating up the oil for frying things. So that we're not waiting for that and just sitting here going do 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 like we are right now. You baked your own baking soda? What? I didn't even know you could do that. I'll have to check out that. Man, I just wish I had time to sit at home and experiment in the kitchen all the time. That I could spend, I would love to have a little test kitchen and just play in the test kitchen all the time. One of the shows I'd love to watch now when they have it is Wild Card Kitchen on Food Network, where a bunch of chefs that are just friends get together and kind of have poker and cook. And they're in the Food Network test kitchen. And I just love the fridges of stuff and all the things. I totally want to do that. So you bake the baking soda to raise the alkaline. Interesting. It's all about that, right? All about that stuff. Science. Robbie, it's science. Ooh, the science of cooking. That would be fun. It's not like anybody's done that before. All right. So I'm trying to think of order of operations here. So I have to fry chicken. I have to fry mushrooms. I have to make Philly cheesesteak. I need to make burgers. And I need to make eggs. And I think the eggs have to be last, because overcooked eggs are no bueno. So I'm thinking cook the patties, stick those in the oven, keep them warm, and then we can start frying things, stick that in there, get it warm, then do the Philly cheesesteak, and then do the eggs. I think that'll work. I know that's what's so interesting. It's one of the reasons I love Alton Brown and I love reading stuff, and I also love Kenji. Because that's the science of it as well. And I have a gluten-free cookbook now that's about the things that have gluten in it. So it's not about making a recipe that already is naturally gluten-free. It's how do you make a bread? How do you make that artisan bread? How do you make French bread? How do you make a pie crust? The things that aren't naturally gluten-free, how do you make them gluten-free when you can't have gluten in them? And it's called Baked to Perfection, and there's a scientist in there, a chemist in there, who helped kind of come up with it. And actually, we made the artisan bread from there, and it was pretty dang close. That was the closest I've ever gotten to a bread that was gluten-free that tasted like bread. So if you got it, you got it. If I ever write a book. All right, these are done. Woo! That would have been bad if I'd knocked that off of the counter, Robbie. All right, So now we're going to make some waffles. And I don't want them to be this big. I know this is tiny. Here. Should we do it the other way? There we go. Robbie wants it this way for you guys. Ooh, that is really, really hot. Smoking hot. Because I want these to be a little bit smaller. Because if they're this big, they're not really sliders. So if you ever get, this is the Dash, and I love the fact that it comes with a bunch of different plates, and I have one that has a Texas thing. But the one thing I don't like about the mini ones is there's not a heat thing in there, and the outside gets really hot. So if you ever have one of these small waffle makers, please make sure that you're using something so you don't burn your hand. All right, I need to put this broccoli slaw away. And maybe we'll heat this up too and start making some burgers. I think I'm just gonna smash the burgers, Robbie.
Smash.
Yeah. And then we'll get those in the oven, and then I'll fry some things. And I'm gonna put, while that's cooking, don't worry, we're not picking these up right now. I'm just gonna put a bunch of salt and pepper on these. So when I smash them in the pan, they've got salt and pepper. Here we go. What is this music? What channel, what pretzel rock channel are we listening to tonight?
Slider channel.
The Slider channel. Okay. So we'll let this pan heat up. And then I've got the oven going. And I need more of these little pans to put things on as they're done. So we'll stick these in the oven so they stay warm. And hopefully don't break. That one's breaking on me. And they shouldn't cook. It's only at 175. It'll just keep them warm enough for us to eat. But look at this beautiful, guys, while we're making waffles, I want you to look at how beautiful the oyster mushrooms are that they're growing at my grocery store. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to attempt to fry those babies. So I'm excited about that. All right, burgers.
Burgers. Waffles. Burgers.
Oh, look at that cute
That's
little
like it
waffle.
ran away. It disappeared. Where'd it go? It's Spider-Man.
All right, I need this little one. So we need 8 of these little waffles, but you can see they're going to cook a lot faster. Look at how cute it is. And any leftover waffle stuff, I'm just going to put in the fridge, and then I can use it to make breakfast in the morning if I don't have sliders for breakfast in the morning. Make myself some mini waffles, some eggs. I do not have my own grocery store, but the grocery store that I go to grows a lot of their own mushrooms. And I sure wish I had had an Italian dish or something planned for today, since they had fresh porcinis, because I have never used fresh porcinis. I've always had to use dried porcinis that I reconstitute. So, but they're pricey, so I don't know if I would have actually bought any, because $79 a pound is a lot. So even if I were getting a quarter pound, I'd still be spending $20 just on that, which is a lot. It's a lot. So we are raising money for St. Jude's, guys, and I'm matching anything. And this is our last day that we're doing it, but I'm going to match any donations. So if we do that. But I know everybody's raising money for the kids, and it's so great. I love to see like Chef Steve and who did I see? Was it 911, I think I saw posted today that it hit like $100,000 of money raised, and Rusty raises a ton of money for the kids. I mean, it's amazing. I just do my little bit, my tiny little bit over here.
We'll do what we can, Dana.
That's all. Oh, I don't mean people have to donate. If you don't have the money, you got to take care of yourself first. But for some people, it's like, I'm like, for me, if I'm in the place where because I try to donate to something every month, regardless, whether it's $5 or whatever it is, just to remind myself. But it's never expected. All right, I want these to get a little bit darker, just so that they're more stable to put chicken on.
You
as a sandwich.
You learned lessons from the breakfast castle.
Yes. But I'm ready for the next breakfast castle challenge. I'm ready next time that comes around. I've got my mini waffle maker that makes all different shapes. I've got a mini Texas instead of the giant Texas.
This is like the trick, more, smaller and more. Look
Um,
at that. 2 down.
2. We got 6 more to go. This is the super exciting part of streaming Food and Drink Live, is that we don't get to just cut to the next really cool thing.
You close the waffle maker, you open it, and somehow there's been 8 of them made.
Yes. Or TikTok or any of those. All right. I'm going to smash these burgers down. We'll start doing the next thing so that we're not too far behind. Because Robbie's getting hungry over here, I think. Because the frying is probably going to take a minute or 2. All right.
Well, I didn't know if I needed to make you a different drink if you were unsatisfied.
No. I'm just busy. You know how I get when I'm busy doing this. I don't want to drink too much, because then I might be even clumsier than I am today. Let's see here. And then once we get the burgers cooked, we'll move on to getting stuff ready. I think I'm going to fry the chicken first, because I don't know how long the mushrooms will hold up. So we'll do that. So they're not exactly smash burgers, because I'm not making them flat.
Sure.
Oh, look at that crust on there.
It smells really good in here now.
Yep. That is still not done. It's so funny, the waffle iron cools down so fast. So we'll just keep going while we're making this happen over here.
Is that one of the problems of using a smaller one?
No, it's a problem even with the bigger ones, I think.
Not with a cast
I
iron
can't
pan,
keep
though.
rolling down.
That sucker doesn't cool down very fast.
No, it does not. Let's see, where are we heat-wise on this? I probably need to turn this up a little more. Because my oil is at around 250 right now. I really want it to be around 325, 350. I don't want it to be too hot because then the outside cooks too fast before the inside cooks. And because we're doing chicken, we don't want that to happen. The mushrooms, it might be okay if it cooks that fast. If you get things too hot, the inside doesn't cook. If it's too cold, if it's not hot enough, then you overcook the inside. So you gotta.
Or with oil, it just gets real greasy, right? If it's not
It
hot
can
enough.
be, yeah. That's true. Like if you're using oil, it'll get, it's got to be hot enough. All right, we're going to, I should have sprayed this. So we get this, because what I'm looking for on these, look at that, look at my camera guy. I'm looking for it to be crunchy in the middle because we're going to be putting a piece of chicken here, right? And we want it to be able to hold up to the chicken, and then if we put anything else on it, like I'm going to have like a, I might put hot honey on mine because that sounds really good. I'm going to flip these again because they're getting a little more done on that side and they're not quite done in the middle. So we'll just give it a few seconds more here. And if it's a little underdone, it's okay. It's going to continue cooking and it's going into an oven where it's not going to cook like super fast, but it will get a little more cooked. And these are going on, one kind is going on the Hawaiian rolls with the sauce and the quail egg, and with the sauce and the quail egg, so it'll be kind of an Asian flavor thing going on. And then the other ones will go on the top bread, and we're just going to put some mayo and some tomato, maybe some tomato. I might not put tomato on it. I might just do a little lettuce and like a pickle. All right, we're going to get those into the oven. Actually, I'm going to set them over here until the other ones are done, and then we'll put them all in the oven. But I don't want to touch these with my hand because I'm doing other things. And I purposely did not salt the tops. Because I actually salt my burgers pretty good on there. I'm just dancing in my kitchen. Making some wonderful, beautiful sliders. We'll do our chili cheese steak in here too. That way it's one less pot for Robbie to have to clean. My oil is at 300. We'll see if it keeps going up. See if I need to crank the heat a little bit. Waffles are taking longer than I thought they would. All right, cocktail time. This is one of those times I wish I just had a flat top. And then that way you can cook multiple things all at one time. You know? It'd be so nice.
Maybe in the next kitchen.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Next kitchen, have a flat top. I don't want to squeeze these and get all the juice out of them. Just want to make sure all the bottom parts are touching so we get that nice caramelization on there. And those are almost done. And then we'll move on to the chicken. But we'll wait until the burgers are done and then I'll get that out. Woo! We got some smoke going on here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our chicken. And what I did with my chicken already is I did a spice rub on all of the chickens. It's got brown sugar, it's got loads of cayenne in it. It's got a little chili powder, some paprika, some garlic powder, salt and pepper. I think that's it. And then that got rubbed all over it, and then I stuck it in some buttermilk so that it can tenderize and marinate in there. So we'll take it out of there. I'm gonna probably add some stuff back into the buttermilk, and then we're gonna make we'll make a dry thing with flour and stuff so that we can get that into the pot. Now this particular one, I don't think, I should probably look before I say it doesn't have this. I should look to see if it does first. Cheeseburger tot, filet, da da. Oh, where are you? Here we are. Butter, sauce, eggs, flour, second blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, so after we fry it, we are going to take some of that spice mixture and add a little oil to it so we can pour it on top of our chicken. And that's what makes Nashville hot chicken so hot, right? Like you marinate the chicken or you put a spice rub on the chicken, then you put the spices in your flour or in your wet, either in your dry or your wet mix that you're going to be frying it in. And then when you're done, you take a little of that fry oil and you put it in the bowl with leftover spices that you've used, and then you use that as your sauce. All right, I think these. Now the one thing I hate about this is I hate putting things in the oven and then doing them later. They're just not quite as good as when they come right off the grill here. But when you're doing this many things, I mean, don't you guys love it when a burger comes right off of the stove or right off of the grill? Yes, what we had yesterday. You could tell that the place we went to, that they cut their own burgers. Oh, I forgot I have a waffle in here, guys. Woo, we saved it. So you could tell they grind their own meat. It was so flavorful. The texture was amazing. So it was great. All right. So what did I say I was going to do next? Chicken. Okay, so let's make our dips for our chicken. I'm going to get different bowls. And so I got that, buttermilk, hot sauce, and eggs. So we're going to, I don't need 5 large eggs. I need an egg for this. I'm gonna have to get, see my blue eggs? My blue eggs are so cool, but I got my last one. Because I'm just gonna use some of the buttermilk that the chicken's already in. Alrighty. Let's get our chicken out. So my chicken's been in here, and how much buttermilk did it want me to have? About a cup. Since I would not normally do this, but this is all getting fried. It's all getting fried. So this buttermilk should be okay. Yep. If I get raked over the coals for doing this, so be it. And I need some hot sauce in there. I wanted to use this because this has got some of the spices that are already on the chicken. And then what kind of hot sauce do you want in here, Robbie? I've got Cholula, I've got Tapatio, I have got Scotch Bonnet, and I've got just Frostbite. Frostbite. So Frostbite, guys, this is just heat. So if you want to add heat to something with almost no flavor, this is a good one for it. I actually want a little flavor in there too, so we're gonna do a little of this too. And let's see, my oil is now too hot. So we're gonna take the lid off, let that cool down. All right. So now I need to put my flour, and we're going to put a little bit of spice in it. This recipe does not have you putting anything in with the flour, but I think that's a mistake. Oops. I think you always need to season your flour when you're frying things. Always, always, always. Even if all it is salt and pepper that you're putting in there. I hope everybody is either sleeping if you're across the pond somewhere, or eating some really yummy food. Robbie's like, it's been 2.5 hours. I think we still got about a half hour left. Since we got to fry some things. All right. So I said we're going to season this. I've got a little bit of my spice mixture left here. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to put some extra salt in there as well. Whoops. And then we're going to take our chicken, and see, I almost don't need to have this buttermilk thing over here because it's sitting in buttermilk. But we're going to do this, and I think I only do it once. Dunk the chicken first in the buttermilk, then in the flour. And it wants me to put it in the oil, but the oil I need to cool down just a little bit. And I like to, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big double, I like to have a nice crunchy coating on my stuff. So I'm going to do it twice. I know we're doing that with the mushrooms. So I kind of like that. Give me some crunch. And actually what I should do, Robbie, is just put it in the flour first and then in the stuff. That's what I'm going to do next. And then in here.
You need to mark it so that you remember which technique has the best crunch or whatever.
Well, oh, and then we got to do this again. I know the double doing it gives you a better crunch. Look at my fingers. But then that way I'm keeping more of that spice mixture on the chicken, I think, if I do it this way first. And I could be completely wrong. So I was hoping these were chicken thighs. It's going to be chicken breast. And so my biggest fear right now with this is that it may get overcooked. Because if you have a chicken thigh, you have a way more forgiveness on the cook of the chicken. Oh, I forgot I have a waffle in here. Oh my goodness, that one got even darker than the last one. I have to use this hand. All right.
Still not completely burned though.
It isn't. It'll be on the, it might be on the top. It might look prettier. All right. Because this hand has not touched any chicken. It's my chicken-free hand.
Rocky just did a lap of the kitchen like, how in the world has she not dropped food on the floor yet?
I've done pretty good so far. So far. Oof. So what do you think you want to watch tonight when we're done here?
There's Chow House.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have Chow House.
Let me go ahead and switch mics with you.
Oh, is this one dying? I may be losing my mic. That might be a plus for you guys. I don't know. These are actually pretty big, even though I thought I chopped them pretty small. My hand's too goopy. Let's ungoop my hand. All right. I think I've got 4 more pieces of chicken. No, there's more than that.
Yeah, the claw hand.
I did.
Jedi doesn't like that about frying food.
I don't either. That is the thing I don't like. Is that I may have to have you pour some more flour in here for me because it's getting pretty goopy. Flour is probably back in the pantry, maybe. Dana's excellent frying technique here.
Big one?
Yes, the one that says AP flour on it.
Sure, on the side facing away from me.
All right.
Some more.
More. The shaggy fingers.
How much more?
A little bit more than that.
Oh, well, now there's more.
Now there's more. Excellent. All right. We'll move that. And this one's being messy. Because usually the food is pretty dry when I put it in the flour the first time, but because I'm taking it directly out of a buttermilk mixture and doing the double thing on it, that's making it worse. But we're almost done. We're almost done with this part. It also would have helped if I'd put this in a shallow bowl instead of like this. That goes in there. This makes some of this chicken's going to be really big on the slider. Can you pull that out of there for me? Did I do this one twice? I don't think I did. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more of those. Look at me double figuring things out here. I have a special plate for all these sliders too, by the way. Woo. Dana's making a mess. But I think I'm saving everything from double contamination here. But I do think I need to wash both hands before I touch anything again. That one still needs to go in here. You need to go in here. See, look, I got club hands again, but I got my last piece of chicken. So that's good. And because I forgot to add salt to that second batch of flour, I hope there's enough salt on the chicken already. But there's going to be lots of hot sauce, so I think it's going to be fine, Robbie. All right, last dip. And I feel like if I do it this way, I'm less likely to put everything, get everything breaded first. I'm less likely to contaminate stuff as I'm frying. So let me wash my hands really good here. I got to hand it to all of the food and drink streamers who have to do their own dishes afterwards. Whereas I am now doing more of the dishes when it's over, but during the stream, Robbie does do a lot of dishes most of the time. So I'm not all by myself cleaning the kitchen. That was really wet. All right. Let's make sure we get chicken stuff off of here. Whoop. How's this one doing? Almost done. Maybe I'll get that one out at the right time. All right, let's see how the oil is doing. Oh my gosh, it went up. How did it go up? I don't want it that hot. I'll try some of the smaller pieces and let it cool down. So now, I think, let's do this with a fork. And I'm going to move this over on the other side. I have so much stuff, Robbie. So many things. Let's move the chicken over here. And that way I can put cooked chicken on the other side. Let's say a small piece. Maybe that'll help cool down the oil some. And I'm going to let one piece go first. Where is my spider? I want my spider. Which seems to be missing. Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. Sorry, guys. I'm under the sink trying to get my spider, which is hiding from me. There you are. You rascal. Because see how fast this is cooking? I think I'm probably going to have to put that in an oven that's a slightly higher heat to make sure the inside is cooked. And not forget about my waffle, which I almost did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get that last one in there. Look at me multitasking. I am multitasking, everybody. All right. I'm going to check the temperature here. Woo. All right, it has come down. Not quite as much as I would like it to, but enough that I feel okay putting some chicken, more than one piece of chicken in there. Because keep in mind, when you're frying, a lot of times your oil will come down to a temperature that's not going to actually cook your chicken. Bake. But I do think that while we're cooking all the other things, I'm going to put this in an oven with a little extra heat in it, so that we make sure that it's cooked through. Hello, Teeds. How are you doing? I'm making a mess, and I'm now starting to fry. We've got, here's what I've done so far, Teeds. We've made all of our toppings, our sauces, slaws. I'm finishing up making these waffles that are going to be a bun for one of our sliders. We're doing 6 different sliders. I have made some burgers that are in the oven. We've got some tot buns that are in the oven. I'm now frying some chicken. Then we're going to, then I've got to fry some mushrooms. And then I've got to make some Philly cheesesteak things and then some eggs. So lots. I am using a gas stove. I do use a gas stove. It's a gas stove. You know, but everybody has gas too, Steve. It's just the way of the world, right? All right. I'm going to spray this with a little spray to make sure it gets crunchy. I'm going to check on my chicken here. I'm going to let that go a little longer. But the good news is our oil temperature is dropping, but I can't tell the what. Oh, there we go. It has dropped a little bit. So it was a little too hot. So I was a little afraid the chicken wasn't going to get cooked on the inside. So how did all of your food turn out yesterday, Teeds? Don't worry, I'll get a mod on doing a shout out here in a minute. He's busy with one of his many other tasks at the moment. And I know I've got a couple of lurking ones at the moment. All right, so I'm going to stick these. These are going to be part of my sliders. We're doing a hot chicken and waffle slider, and so I'm going to keep those warm. Actually, you know what? I don't want to actually put these in the oven. If I put these in the oven, they won't be crunchy anymore. So we'll leave those out. I want them to stay crunchy. All right, how's this chicken looking? It's looking pretty good. I'm going to give it a few more seconds before we put the next batch in. I am making a mess in my once clean kitchen there. So Teeds, how did all the food come out yesterday? Because you guys were making some great stuff. Those egg rolls look great. This is a drink Robbie made up for me. It's very interesting.
Welcome.
Robbie's like, when is dinner? When is dinner? And I think we still have lots to cook, so we still got some time. All right, let's get that on there. I probably should have done 5 sliders. Get some more things in the oil. So while we're doing that, you know what? I'm going to do two things at once now that the waffles are done. First I'm going to unplug that because otherwise it will stay hot. And I'm going to move it someplace else. Woo! Hot, 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 hot. Drop it like it's hot. Isn't that the words?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So we'll stick those over there. And let's see. So while these are going, I'm going to look at my Philly cheesesteak because I can cook that and stick that in the oven, right? We can do that. To keep the sides from getting soggy. Okay, butter. No, I've done that. I don't need to do that. A large cast iron. Heat oil, sliced onions, green peppers. And then we're going to add the steak. All right. But am I adding butter in there first, or what is going in there? What did I just say? Oil. So we're going to go ahead and get this baby started again. Get some oil in there. We probably don't need a lot because you know what's still in there is the grease from the burgers. And we're going to get some of those babies in there. Let's do it all. I'm not going to make all the sliders, but then we'll have extra stuff to eat. Because, you know, it's not like we have tons of pizza left to eat. Right, Robbie?
But there is.
And the shaved steak, I think, is in here already. And it's already shaved. So I don't even have to do anything. Which is awesome. Because there's already so much to do. Can you imagine? I almost added a 7th slider, Robbie. I did. Perfect. So we'll get those peppers and stuff sauteed, and then we can put all of this on a pan and stick it in the oven. I've always wanted to do, you know, I think I've talked about this before, that I've always wanted to do like a waffle bar for brunch, but I think what also would be fun is to do a slider bar. But I think I would have somebody else do a lot of the, I'd have to think about what? Oh, my microphone. Oh, well, you're the one who put it there. Okay. So, but have all different options for making your own slider. I think that would be fun. So my oil is just about where I want it to be. Now I need it to be a little hotter. Back and forth and back and forth. But that's because I'm doing bigger pieces of chicken now, so it's cooling down some. All right. 2 things at once, everybody. 2 things at once. How is Dana going to do? Ooh, you know what? I don't need this pan anymore, so I can actually cook this and put it directly into the oven. We don't even have to get something else dirty. Yep. That is an accurate statement by me. I do need to cook some quail eggs. We can get those and bring those out here for when I'm ready for them. Even though that's probably going to be 20 minutes or so. So we can still have them out here, ready to go. So frying up some chicken. Whoop, whoop. It's looking nice and crunchy. I'm going to get some of these little bits out, though, so they don't burn, because we still got to use this oil for the mushrooms. Oh, you cut. I specifically didn't put this cutting board over by the thing to get washed, because I still got to cut mushrooms.
Well, it's ready for you.
I'm not sure how to cut these. I think we want this part off. This part is kind of spongy, so the bottom part we don't want. I'm going to cut them like that. I know it's hard to see me because I'm off in the corner here. All those are clean? Okay. All right. All right, those are smelling good, Robbie. Doesn't that smell good?
Smells very good.
All right, here goes our shaved steak in there. How's my chicken doing over here? See, it's not getting as dark as my other chicken. All right, our mushrooms are now cut. That smells so good. Do you know what I miss, Robbie, about not being able to have gluten?
Having gluten.
Sandwiches. Good old sandwiches, like getting a Philly cheesesteak on a big old hoagie roll, melted cheese, onions, peppers. I'm trying to break it up since it's going on sliders. We don't need big old. I thought about getting little mini sub rolls, and I forgot that I was going to look at that, because I do have those. Come on, steak, cook faster. I want to get you in the oven. But I want it to get cooked most of the way. See, this alone could have been dinner. All right, I think this chicken is probably good to go. All right. Shall we put some more chicken in there? I probably needed much less chicken to fry. But now that it's breaded, I gotta fry it. It's okay, everybody. Everything is A-okay.
But not be okay.
Not be okay. I'm so glad that I don't have to work in the morning. or work out in the morning. But we're getting there. We're almost there. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make my mix for the mushrooms. We've got our sauce made. So this is once vegan milk and egg, but we're just going to use eggs and milk. What do I need for this? Bigger bowls. I'm going to use, it's basically making a buttermilk in the recipe. But since I have buttermilk, let's just use buttermilk. And I need about a cup of that. So we got the milk. I write the mushrooms into it, and then we're going to do flour.
Hey, Toyota.
Toyota's here. Hello, Toyota. What is of the up? We are making mini sliders. We're doing all of the insides right now. So we are almost there to assembling sliders. So I've got some Philly cheesesteak stuff going here. We are frying up some chicken for our Nashville hot chicken slider. And then after that, we're going to fry some oyster mushrooms because I couldn't find my maitake mushrooms. All right, I don't want to hammer that meat, so that's going to go in the go right into the oven. And then we've got to finish up our breakfast ones, so we're getting there. We're almost there, Robbie. The chicken's just taking longer to fry than I thought. And there will be leftovers. So that's going to go right in the oven. Actually, you know what I should do, Robbie? I should go ahead and throw the provolone cheese on that. Or maybe I'll do that right at the end while it's still warm so it gets all melty. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this in the oven. So we've got lots of things in the oven just waiting to be made into delicious sliders. That's what's going on. And Robbie is waiting. I know, sliders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm done with the tots. Yeah, the tots can get put away. And so my other one, I want some flour, some garlic powder, smoked paprika, salt, little cayenne. I think Robbie put my flour away. No, he did. Yes, he did. He put it away where the sugar goes. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. So we'll put some spices in this. This will be for our mushrooms. And I've never fried mushrooms before, so we're going to see how this works. And I think I'll only fry 2 or 3 of them, see how it goes. So we need, I know we're going to put a little cayenne in there. We're going to put some garlic powder, some paprika. What else do we want to put in there? Some thyme. Oh! That was a lot. Oops. How about if we take some of that onion powder out of there, since that was like a lot. I thought it had a shaker on the top. It does not. A little cayenne. Does not have a shaker on the top, so let's not overdo it. Little paprika. I can't ever teach anybody anything because I'm always doing too many things. And then a little thyme. How is this doing over here? Doing good. I give that another minute or two. Actually, probably a minute. I think, uh-oh. I need to drink something. All right, I'll do this. This is the drink Robbie made for me. It's a little odd.
She loves it.
And then I'll drink some electrolytes.
That's what plants crave.
Plants crave electrolytes, according to Robbie.
There's some rum in there, a little bit of elderflower, orange juice, and some lemon juice.
So the elderflower, I think it would be better without the elderflower in there. All right.
And I did offer to make her a new beverage if she didn't like it. She said she was just busy.
I'm busy. I'm busy. All right. So now I'm going to switch this around, Robbie. I'm going to put this over here. And I want to get my maitake mushrooms ready, but let's see, this has got chicken all over it, so we'll get rid of this. But I'll just use the same sheet pan there. And use a different thingamabobber. Because that's what this is, it's a thingamabobber.
That does sound like a good lunch.
Oh, ribeye is my favorite. You're speaking my language. All right. So, never have I ever tried frying oyster mushrooms. So this is what they tell me to do with this. Dip it in this buttermilk. And then dip it in this flour, getting more club hand. And sticking it over here and getting it ready. So buttermilk. Let's make sure we get flour on everything. I think, personally, we're going to try it this way. But personally, I think that this would do better with a wet batter, only because then it'll get in all the nooks and crannies. So we're going to try 3 of these, slightly different sizes. And then it wants me to double dip it into the stuff. So double dipping is allowed here, Robbie.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna go back to this one. Put that back in there. I'd really, really love to try this. If this turns out, I really want to try and find some maitake mushrooms to do this with. I'm getting club hand. Getting club hand, everybody. All right, this one back in. These slightly different shapes, so we're going to see. But if you notice, Robbie, I'm only doing 3 bits of it, not the whole thing. But we are going to make sure we get flour on all the little pieces here. I want it to be crunchy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever had a crunchy mushroom.
They're doing it on so many of the shows, though. I've been watching. It seems like to be kind of the new thing. And everybody's like, this is so good. So
Guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. All right. That's all I'm going to do with that. And check on my chicken and then get it all in the oven. It'll be in there for 15 minutes or so. It can cook if it's not. And again, everybody, I am a little worried because they sent me chicken breast instead of chicken thighs from the grocery store. So I am worried that this is going to get a little overcooked and dry. I don't want it to be dry, Robbie. I want it to be juicy. So fried chicken, yes, and it's Nashville hot fried chicken. So I'm going to see where we at. We're about 325. I want that in there just a little bit longer to get a little bit darker. Robbie's back there cleaning some more things for me. Meanwhile, I will clean. I did now finally get flour on the floor. My floor is now messy. And then because it is Nashville hot chicken, what we do is we take some of this oil and we put it in with the spices. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to get all these little fried bits out of here. We'll put that over here. And then I'm going to take where's my little... Robbie's even put some of the dishes away, everybody. How crazy is that? All right. We're going to... Oh, well, that's not going to help. Look at that. That's a slotted spoon. I can't get anything with that. Now it needs to be washed. How dare I?
What are you doing?
I grabbed the wrong spoon. All right. So this is going to be really hot, so I don't actually want to hold that in my hand. But we're going to put, and you can see it sizzle in there. This is how you make the Nashville hot sauce. Is you have lots of cayenne, and there is lots of cayenne in there. Did you see that color? And then we stir this up. And I don't want to put it on my chicken yet because I don't want my chicken to get not crispy. So we're going to stick our chicken in the oven just to make sure it's cooked through, but not too hot. And now I've got this sauce. I couldn't make this one earlier. We'll stick that over there for when we're ready. And then I need to look and see what my temperature is on my oil. We're at 350. I think that's going to be good for the mushrooms. So rather than pick it up with a fork like I did everything else, I'm going to put it in the spider and get it in there. And I don't think these are going to take too long. We just need to get them to a pretty color. We're almost there. We've only got, after this, Robbie, we got to cook the eggs. And that is it. Slider Palooza. Oh, I already got this cheese out. What am I doing? Huh? No. It is not. I'm going to go ahead and take my Philly cheesesteak stuff and go ahead and throw some cheese on it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. and let that melt. And I think I'm also going to, I should probably check on my mushroom. And I think I've got some American cheese in here that we're going to throw on a couple of those burgers. We don't want to do it on all of them because some of them are going to have a tonkatsu sauce. So, what have they done here? Okay, here we go. So I've got some good old deli American cheese to put on some of those sliders. All right. So I hope I haven't overcooked all of those burgers either with them sitting in the oven. This will either be fantastic, meh, or something else. Who knows? I wanted this to cook really faster, much, much faster. Sleeping is for losers. You only got 7 last night. My dog woke up at 6:30 this morning. I am tired. I'm going to up the heat here a tad. Up the heat. We're almost there, guys. Almost. We're going to start, while I'm cooking eggs, we're going to start prepping some things. And I feel bad because my breakfast sliders, I don't have bacon for them, but I've got some leftover sausage I'm going to cook into the eggs for it. I'm going to stick this in there. Come on, babies, cook. Cook. I'm going to take that out and put it on a paper towel, just in case, because I don't think it's cooking fast enough, but that's... I want it to be darker. That feels pretty crunchy. Let's get that drained. And because I forgot to put salt in it, I'm going to salt it a little bit. I'm going to stick this one in there. Those are pretty heavy once you get all the stuff on them. Would you like a piece of American cheese while you wait? No? All right, I'm going to have a piece. Maka Waka, hello. Thank you so much for the beef as I eat with my mouth full. Thank you so much. We're here. We're very soon going to be putting all of our sliders together. I got to tell you, we're coming up on, we're over hour 3. I do not know how some of those people stay on for 4, 5 hours in the kitchen. I feel like I've been here forever. So we're frying up, Maka Waka, we're frying up some oyster mushrooms for our chicken fried oyster mushroom slider. I got it. We got lots of other ones too. All right, let's see here. I got 2 things left to do as far as cooking. I've got to cook some quail eggs, and I've got to cook some scrambled eggs. So, give me a second, I gotta go get eggs.
Right there.
Those are the quail eggs. I also need the regular eggs too. think this is too few burners for Dana to try and do this much stuff. And I need more help in the kitchen to do all of this. And Robbie's been awesome doing the dishes, so I love that. I want these to be frying much faster. Here we go. So Maka Waka, how have you been doing? What's been going on with you? I know for a lot of people, they got lots of things to do this weekend. We've got things going tomorrow, but not today, other than the stream. And I need this pan for the quail eggs. So we're going to do two things. I'm going to do the quail eggs over here. We're going to do some scrambled eggs over here, if this will stay upright. Do you like my little pan? He's got a little face on it. And, ooh, these are starting to look good. That one looks pretty good. Let's stick that one over here. Those are pretty big for a slider. I probably should have cut those smaller. But here we are. Let's heat both of these pans up. Almost there, guys. Almost there, Robbie. I could be putting butter in these. We're going to put oil. Oh, you know what else I need? I need to heat that sausage up. So there's sausage and bacon in here. Oops. So we'll make sure that's cooked all the way through. It should be. Oh, I need the cheddar cheese for the breakfast one too. And then we're going to turn this off. Done with the frying. Ta-da! Now that I've made a mess of all the frying stuff. And I have got to get some quail eggs going. So close. Let's see if I can do this without breaking them because they're so delicate. Anybody cook with quail eggs?
All the time.
Yeah. I can't even open it. How did I get these open the other day? There we go. I was trying to open it the wrong way. That was the problem there. That is sticking. Don't stick. We got eggs that gotta go in there. Stay, stay. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Just nudge it that way, like 2 inches.
Okay.
That's plenty.
Okay, so here we go. Little bitty quail eggs. One. Ah. Two.
Remember, it takes 20 of these to make a normal egg. Okay, maybe it's really 3 to 4.
Here we go. We get those done. Our quail eggs good. They taste like eggs, in my opinion.
They're just kind of tough to work with.
And I need, yeah, because they are tiny. And they break, the yolks break really easily. Okay, so this I'm going to try and flip over, but not with that. That's not going to work.
How much do they cost compared to regular eggs?
They're, I think for 36 of these at Costco, it was like $8.
So if that's like 9 normal eggs, it's 2 to 3 times
Whoop.
as much.
That got a little more done than I wanted it to. These eggs can go off. I think I already turned them off. I'm going to put some foil on there so the yolks cook just a tiny bit more. And then that is going to go on a plate, ready to go on our breakfast slider. But those eggs are definitely a little overcooked. Oops, or not. Not cooked enough.
You're cooking Texas-shaped nuggets. Nice.
Oh my goodness, Dana.
You're making a huge mess, Dana.
I know. It's fine.
We
It's
have
fine.
a Texas-shaped waffle maker, but we did not use it this evening.
Well, it didn't really fit with the theme.
Yeah. Yep, straight from HEB.
Huh? So I think I need this turned down some for the next one.
A Lego waffle maker. Nice. That'd be fun. That's actually be really good for a breakfast castle, Dana.
What would be?
Lego waffles.
A Lego waffle maker would be awesome.
I'm going to actually make a note of that.
Okay, good. Then we'll have 5 waffle makers. Words. All right. So we're going to try this again with sausage. See if we can get one that works well.
Because we used the Texas-shaped ones last year and it did not go well.
No. Oh, these smell like they're getting a little overdone on the bottom. So let's get them off too. And then Robbie, I can do this. I can toast some bread. And I'm going to turn this down. See if we get better eggs this time. And I need cheese. Did I put the cheese away? I did not. Good girl, Dana. We'll put some cheese on there. Toast some buns. We'll start with these. Whew. I used way too many eggs in the last one, and now this one won't have enough eggs, Robbie. The breakfast sliders may not be as good as I had hoped they would be. You gave me a stream idea, you sure do. We somehow, I don't know how or why, but we somehow became like waffle maker people. All right, we're going to turn that over.
Because why not, Dana?
Why not? All right, well, this isn't working the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. It's still going to be good. It's going to be tasty. It's just not going to be in a pretty round shape like I had hoped. All right. And I will leave that in there, and I'm going to throw some cheese on the top of it and let it finish cooking in there. And I think, Robbie, other than toasting some buns and stuff, I'm ready to start assembling things. And we've got 8 million quail eggs. All right. Let's get the things I don't need out of the way. All right. And let's get some things out of the oven, and we'll start by just using one of these packages. Because here are our buns. We've got this kind of bun. All right.
That I specifically was not allowed to eat.
You were not. You didn't even ask me. You were very smart.
Well, you also told me before I had a chance to ask.
Don't eat them. Okay. First, let's go with, what did I just do? Oh, bagels are in here. Oh, my goodness. Robbie, I'm losing it. So we've got a little toast on this. Maybe not so much on that one. We're going to put a little cream cheese on these before we put the eggs on. That is what the recipe called for. A little cream cheese. And then we were supposed to have bacon. But somebody forgot that she used the bacon last Sunday. And I didn't have any more backups in the freezer, which I usually do too. But we've got so much food at the house right now. It's ridiculous. All right. So our breakfast one is first. So we'll put some cream cheese on the bottom. Can you bring me another plate? Because I'm going to make 2 of each kind right now.
What kind of plate?
Any kind of plate. A plate to put things on. All right. We don't need a lot of cream cheese. Let's just put a little bit on there.
Do you plan on having food fight at 5 o'clock each week?
That, it may be a little later. You'll have to check for the times. It's going to depend because some people have work. And so they might not be able to make it at 5, depending on where they are in the world. So we may be a little later than 5. So just double check. I will post it in the Discord, and I will have Darth post it in his Discord. And hopefully whoever's competing will post it in theirs. All right. So there's one breakfast. One. This one's going to be a little messier. But also delicious. The eggs aren't quite as done on this one, so this one will taste a little better, I think. All right. 1. There's 1. All right, let's do, that is still on, awesome. We need to cut these buns. Where is my serrated knife? I'm gonna bring the burgers out here. Well, actually, let's get these toasted. A little more butter in here. And I toast the buns so that the stuff doesn't go everywhere. It helps hold in the stuff. Wait, where have I put, there it is. So for this will be our one with the quail egg on it. We'll take our burgers out here. And when these come out of the pan, toast a little more, guys. Maybe I need to turn that up a tad. You know what I'm really curious about, Robbie? I'm really curious about how these mushrooms taste. Are you at all curious about that?
I mean, I've never had it, so yeah.
All right, so we got those going. So while that's going, let's bring out our, my gosh, Robbie, what is wrong with me today? Too many things? All right. Let's put that one there. That one looks a little better. And here's what we're going to do with this. This is getting a burger. Right there. It is going to get some of this sauce. So this is a tonkatsu sauce. Smells so good. See, this is our taster plate here.
Let's see.
And then, you know what, while that's happening, we're going to toast some more buns in here. But now it looks like it's too hot. I can't get the heat right tonight, guys. And now there's Mexican food on the radio. So maybe this time I will put a little that way. And don't let me forget those while I'm doing this. And then we're going to put some of this caramelized onions on here. And that's our little tonkatsu slider. Oh yeah, that toasted much better. Look at that. All right, so the next one that I want to do is actually, oh, that's right, this has to have the quail egg on it too. Don't forget the quail egg, Dana. Did I overcook them? I hope not. Okay, so we got that. So the next one's going to be another burger, and I need toothpicks. Hang on. You got to have the big toothpicks so they don't fall apart, Robbie. Like this. There we go.
Perfect.
So on this one, we're going to do cheeseburger. And on the cheeseburger, we're going to put, what do you want on this? We need a little mayo, I think. This didn't, oh wait, no, do we have a sauce for this? We have a sauce for this. Wait a minute. Where did it go? Here it is. This is our sauce for this, Dana. It's fine, the mayo's fine. There's mayo in our sauce. Oh, I haven't gotten all the things out. I'm like, what's happening? Here we go. This one over here. Okay. I know what I'm doing, Robbie. Everything is fine. And then we can put a little onion on there. Get some red onion on there. We can do a little iceberg lettuce. You know what I love about this one, Robbie?
It's healthy because it has lettuce.
It's gluten-free too.
Oh.
That's the part I really love about it. A little lettuce on there. And we're going to put these little gherkins on here. Where did I put my toothpicks? Are they behind me? They are behind me. So we're going to do this. We're actually going to stab our gherkin this way on the top. So we're getting there, everybody. Look at this. Look at the beautiful burgers. Okay,
Halfway there.
we're halfway there. So the next thing I'm going to do is this one, which is, believe it or not, it's going to be this.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Let's put, I think we can put some of the sriracha mayo on there as well. Oops, messy. And then a little of this broccoli slaw that's got some jalapenos in it, Robbie. I'm going to use my fingers. This is too challenging to do. I picked the smallest one to put there, which is still pretty big. Put that there. I'm going to get that off of there. And that. All right. Now, for what Robbie's been waiting for. Thank you. Robbie is helping move some stuff out of my way. His job is never done. Never, never, never.
Hey, Scooter Beach.
Hey, Scooter Beach. We've got Slider Palooza happening here. And we're finally finishing up our sliders. So our next thing is, because this should be a mushroom, which is going to be huge on here, Robbie, with the sauce and the slaw. And then some of this slaw. Here we go. It's going to fall apart.
Yeah, working on sprinklers is not fun. I've been there.
All right, so we got 4 done.
4 done.
4 done, 2 more to go. This one is our Nashville hot chicken. We get this camera here, because here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take some of our chicken, and I am going to put some of this hot sauce on it. It's not drizzling because it's sat for too long, but that's going to make it super spicy. And we're going to do that. I'm trying not to burn myself because I still have a burner on. All right. On a waffle. So we've got our tester plate over here. This is where we're going to test all of our sliders. And then this one right here, we're going to just put some pickle slices on it. I'm getting all the things out, Robbie. Let's see if I can get these pickles out. There we go. Pickle. This one gets a pickle. We'll put a pickle on the top of that one. Right there. And that's almost all of them, Robbie.
1 to go.
1 to go. So let's get this sliced and into the pan over here. For our last one, which is our Philly cheesesteak one.
Not Philly cheesecake.
Nope, Philly cheesesteak. Robbie thinks I said it wrong earlier.
We're going to review the tape, guys.
It's fine.
I asked her if she was willing to make a bet if she said it or not, and she declined the option.
It's very possible I said the wrong thing. My words have been all mixed up today. All right. What can I move out of the way so I can bring the meat out for that? Maybe that. And I don't want to leave these too long because they'll get done pretty fast, I think. There's our meat and cheese and all the goodness for that. And we've got a little sauce to put on that as well. Perfect. I'm going to turn that burner off if I can reach it. It's over here somewhere. Turn off. There we go. Woo, hot. 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 And there we go. So we've got a sauce. Where did the sauce go for this? Aha, right here. Here it is. I need to stir it up. It's been sitting for a while, Robbie. All right, let's get some of this goodness in there. So many dishes tonight. I did my best to try and not make it too many. We need more steak on that. This is the weirdest. Is this one station or are you switching around stations?
It's one station.
It's the weirdest station ever. All right. Put a little of this sauce on there. It's butter, Worcestershire, some spices, and everything. I think it needs more things on the top of it. Come on. Behave. We'll give it a little more. Looks a little too wimpy compared to all these other ones over here. Here we go. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Grabbing, that's a bunch of meat. Let's get some veggies.
If we have to.
The veggies are the good part. The caramelized onions and peppers, come on. And it's not working, Robbie. They don't want to come with me.
See, I thought it was the cheese. They don't call it the Philly veggie steak.
And yet, it has lots of veggies on it. And then a little of the sauce that I put. No, sir. No, sir. Whew. There we go, a little of that sauce. And the bun. Ta-da! Robbie. Here is our giant mess. If anybody is still there and wants to see the giant mess we've made, but the delicious food that happened with it. Whoops, see, I already lost a top there. There we go. And then I gotta clean this up. We gotta take a picture, Robbie. I don't even know, what was that on? Oh, this.
Something. Boy, I don't even know how to really get a...
Here.
She's got a lot of stuff everywhere, guys.
There's a lot of things. We can take this over to the table so we can, if a dog will behave.
Good luck with that.
So there you go, Slider Palooza. Slider Palooza. I want to get one that's like all of them. So I'm going to set this over here. Robbie's going to start trying them.
Can I devour the rest over here?
You may eat. He's been very patient.
Hey, dog.
Get down. How dare
Boy,
you?
but which one do I try first? Family 910 says, I don't think you have enough food there. You're right, there are two of us. We might not have enough for both of us and Rocky. I'm gonna try the breakfast one first because Snake was in here and made a comment about breakfast, so.
How is it?
I'd say it's a lot like a breakfast sandwich, but like elevated.
Yeah?
So like closer to breakfast sandwich, but I can
Right.
tell you were going for a slider here. Oh, she's bringing all the food back.
I
Look
can't,
out.
well, I can't leave it there because there's a dog. And the dog will eat it. All right, so it's good? All right, I'm gonna try. That's actually pretty good. All right.
Try the Philly cheesesteak next.
All right.
Should I go in order?
You can try whichever one. I'm gonna try whatever you're trying.
All right, Philly cheesecake.
All right.
The Philly cheesecake.
No. No, no, no. All right.
Oh yeah.
Mmm.
That's really good.
Mmm. Mmm.
Juicy. The onions. Cheese.
And that sauce is really good too.
I didn't really get a good bite of the sauce on my first bite there.
It's in all of it.
Maybe that's why it tastes so good. Last thing was just the meat, but oh man.
What are you gonna try next?
Hold on, one more bite.
I'll try the Nashville hot chicken.
Sure.
Now the other option for this
Because I remember to
too,
remove the toothpick.
we can also add like some hot honey to this, or just regular honey too.
All right, so hot chicken. It's got a good crunch.
Oh, it's hot. It's spicy.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of that sauce on my first one. I'm thinking it's gonna get spicy though.
Oh, it's spicy.
It's really interesting with the waffle.
Which I can eat because it's gluten free.
Man, that crunch.
Okay.
Hold on, one more bite.
Okay. It's actually, the chicken seems to be cooked well. It's not like over. I was really, really afraid of that. All right, I'm going to try this fried mushroom.
Ooh, that last bite was spicy. Yeah.
So this has a broccoli slaw and a sriracha mayonnaise on it.
Thing's huge, Dana. All right, chat. I'm going in.
The crunch on that is awesome. You forgot to use your teeth. Oh, did you get the part? You must have gotten like, maybe it was. Wait, come back. I didn't get enough of the chewy part at the bottom off, did I, for that one? And you happened to start at the bottom. That was good. I'm using this as my napkin. I don't care. Flavor-wise, that's really good, and the crunch on it is perfect. You just happened to start at the wrong end of that. I need to cut more off.
Well, and it's just such a huge bite too. On top of that, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do the top.
Hold on, I
burger.
gotta take two here.
Chew from a different side, maybe. Can you hear the crunch? It's got a good crunch. It's got crunch.
It's the messiest one so far.
All right, I'm going to go to the end here and try this quail egg with onions and the tonkatsu sauce that we made.
The sauce on that's really good though.
The sriracha mayonnaise.
Which one? This one?
Yes, so this has got the quail egg.
Burger.
Such a good sauce. Isn't that sauce good?
It says Las Vegas 2023.
That's where we went last year. We're going to go this year, San Diego, so if anybody's going to be there, make sure you let us know. That's good. It's done. It's medium.
Very juicy.
This is the one I'm looking forward to.
Oh, is that why it's last, huh? Mm-hmm. So this one is a toasted tot bun.
So what we did is I used the waffle maker with tater tots and made a bun out of it. And then
See how well this holds together.
perfectly. Also good.
Very crunchy with that top.
That's so much food already. 1, 2. I had like 8 bites.
You're not wrong, Time Okay. The poor dog.
I don't feel sorry for him. He gets treats all the time.
He's like, it smelled so good in here.
He got sausage and bacon today, so don't give people puppy dog eyes. All right, guys, that is delicious. We have so much to clean up. Oh, my phone's over here. Let's see who we can, if anybody's around that we can go raid. It is so hard for me. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when you're cooking even though I wasn't really eating anything other than that piece of cheese, it's hard for me to eat a lot at that point. It's kind of weird. All right, so let's see. Watch who is on. Let's see, get down. Let's see, Date Night In is on. And 0 is on. Pikes and Lady is on. 911 is on. Any thoughts? Anybody else? What do you think? We can't ever make up our mind here. I'm so tired, I can't make up my mind.
I'm just trying to think if we've ever rated Pikes and Lady.
I think we have once or twice. And they are on. So Pikes and Lady are good friends of the stream. It looks like they are doing a game, so we can head on over there and see what games they're playing and everything. So, because I like to spread the love around. They're a little bit smaller streamers, so let's take our love and let's go and take it in. And I want you guys to have a great weekend. I want you to take your wonderful, crazy, weird self out into the world. I want you to take some kindness with you, and I hope that you have a really good week. So don't forget that we will be streaming next Sunday, but then the Tuesday after that on June 4th starts Food Fight. It will also be right here on this channel. We're going to try and do it as close to 5 as possible, but since we're working across multiple time zones with our different people, it may be different some weeks than other weeks. So check it out. I'll put it in my Discord. I'll have Darth put it in his Discord, and The people who are competing will have dinner with mom and eat at dad's on January, or whatever it is, June 4th. So I hope you guys are wonderful. Hey, we're just about to raid out. Crab, so, but hello. And Elsa, you also have a great week. And yeah, so we're about to raid out. You missed it. We had Slider Palooza. We did 6 different sliders, but we got to go. And we will see you guys hopefully on Sunday. And just stay kind. Take some kindness out into the world. We need it. Bye. Good night.